The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 38 days.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
What can't they dominate? And we're not doing it. So watch it, drink it in. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is your home. You hear that? You hear that?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I watch it. I don't listen. I watch.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Grindstone, Tiger Woods focus, blinders on. Don't worry about it. So when they start coming and patting you on your back and telling you how pretty you are after you win 3 or 4 games, don't listen to them because they didn't believe in you to start.
Okay, we're done.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
3-on-2 hog break. Brewer, let's go.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange,
These kids these days, they don't know.
Colton Little,
Grab your orange slices, get those cramps rubbed out, listen to Coach. It's halftime.
and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
I don't ever want to embellish anything. I want to just tell you my thoughts and
Sure.
what I see and how it is.
This is halftime.
The Dolphins got fatter.
Welcome here on a Wednesday to halftime. Good to be with you. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little. Love the ad in the open, Colton.
He's a star. He's a star.
Oh, my
He'll be-
goodness.
He'll be littered throughout the rest of our
The
programming
Dolphins
as long as
got
you're involved.
better. It is just going to break our souls little by little when we hear that on Wednesdays throughout football season.
Yeah,
It is a tough life.
It'll
To
keep
live. But
us
he's not
in check.
wrong.
It'll keep
He's
us
not
in check.
wrong. Yeah. And you know what? There's a lot to talk about today. And I am excited to get your opinions because I feel like I have so many opinions on everything that's really, I felt like, unfolded the last couple of days and really the last 24 hours. We have Brett Bielema, who always is going to say something, right? At SEC Media Days when he's got a podium in front of him. And I really like Coach Bielema. You know, he was good to me when he was here. But at the same time, I always feel like he just says something. It's just like, okay, what are we doing? And then we've got all this NCAA stuff happening. The team, Ole Miss suing those players at LSU. I've got tons of opinions about that. But we also have baseball to talk about as well today with DVH talking to the media yesterday during our show. So we didn't get to play any of that during our show yesterday. But they've got fall ball right around the corner. And just like basketball, they get to play some exhibition games and some fall games against actual teams, which is, I think, makes fall ball even better. So a lot to break down today, a lot to get to. And I'm excited to kind of hear all your thoughts on everything we've got in our show today.
You got the NFL camp. Everybody's at camp right now. The 2 quarterbacks that the Atlanta Falcons are in love with are both on the bench. They had to go get Cooper Rush to come in and take some reps. So it's already starting. And then the over-under wins for the Arizona Cardinals. The only team that's ever been worse were 2 expansion teams named the Carolina Panthers and Jacksonville Jaguars. 3.5 for the
Wow.
over-under.
I just saw today, right before we hopped on the show, that Jamar Gibbs and where was it? Let me pull it up. Gibbs and the running back for the Falcons. Help me out, guys.
Bijan Robinson.
Thank you. Also holding out right now. They didn't show up to camp today. They're holding out for new contracts.
Those are in the same draft, both of them first-round picks. I'd 100% advise them to hold out. Absolutely. They don't need to be in camp. They're both A1 starters. They're both top 10 running backs in the league right now. There's you remember years ago when, I don't know, LaDainian Tomlinson's last 7 years that he took 0 preseason snaps. It's like they don't – if you're a running back, collision sport, and we already know what you got. I was around that with a guy named Fred Taylor in Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's the best running back I've ever played with, and if he's not in the Hall of Fame, then I've never played with the Hall of Fame running back because and I got him at the end of his career, but he didn't take any preseason reps.
Yeah. I also think, too, there's that whole discussion on how valuable running backs are. We talked about that on the college game, but, I feel like, you look at running backs right now, a little undervalued in the NFL when it comes to how much money those guys are making and what they put their bodies through. Looking at the article, pulling it back up, Saquon Barkley is the highest paid running back right now in the NFL. His contract is annually $20.6 million.
26?
Compare that.
That's not
20.6.
Oh, 20. Yeah. So he's getting $1 million a game after taxes. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not what other
Probably
guys around him are making.
$850,000, $900,000 a game. Yeah, that's
especially in Pennsylvania. What are taxes up there?
They're probably 24% all in.
Right. Right. Yeah. So a lot going on. We also have Grant Hall, Dudley Dawson joining us on this Wednesday, like they always do. Excited to kind of touch on what they've got going on, especially with Dudley. Dudley, looking at basketball for sure. Have we talked to him about LeBron?
Yes.
I can't remember. Have we talked to him about that? Okay.
I think it broke the last Wednesday or last either Tuesday afternoon. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we No, we haven't.
That's
Have
right.
we? Have we
Oh,
not?
I don't know. I was about to say Tampa
About
kind of
being
messed
the
with my
Philly?
brain.
Yeah, maybe not.
And so I'm not.
Maybe
Hey, you know what? We'll just remind him.
He'll be excited.
That's it.
Jaylen Brown.
And he'll be fired
and
up.
LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fired up, if anything. And then obviously baseball, Dudley, I know, was there listening to Dave's press conference yesterday. So kind of get his thoughts on fall ball right around the corner and what this Arkansas baseball team is going to look like. I want to circle back to some of the thoughts that Brett Bielema has shared. And we know that he's always been very opinionated. He's always been a little brash. He can say things and he says what he means. But he also likes to make headlines. And Colton, do we have that audio? Remind me.
Which one? I'm sorry.
The one about you're fine. No. So he says, everyone paraphrased him in saying, the SEC, they just kind of want to live in 2005 forever. And the internet really ran with that quote.
Mm-hmm. I got it right here for you.
And to be in the room where Sankey, I know he's got to protect the SEC, and they kind of want to live in 2005 forever.
Right. So there's the clip. And you know me, we talk about this, Matt. I like facts. I like context as a former, television journalist. I want context to what he was talking about before I just go on that exact quote itself. And I can see, looking at that, exactly kind of what he was trying to say, because the SEC and Greg Sankey are against college football expansion, where that is exactly what the Big Ten wants to do, expand the college football playoffs to 24 teams. They made a note that if that happens, just to your question, Matt, that you asked Sankey last week, they will not have a championship game for the Big Ten.
Who's in charge?
They would drop that.
Is what I want to ask you then. Is the Big Ten in charge? Because, their commissioner walked out with their 3 straight back-to-back national championship trophies right out beside him. And it felt like the SEC was kind of held the ace, kind of was in control, now it feels like the Big Ten, and they have Notre Dame behind them. It seems like the Big Ten's making the rules and making it up as they go, and they're kind of the leaders of the pack right now.
They think they are, for sure. And I know that if you were to ask Greg Sankey, I think Greg Sankey believes that the SEC also holds a lot of weight. You can look at both of those, and I think both of those conferences have arguments. You had Nick Saban, for example, say the other day on Get Up, I believe, talking about how the SEC, just because the Big Ten has won 3 in a row now, national championships, that the SEC is still stronger top to bottom because of its depth. And then Brett also kind of on Twitter pushed back at that. And he said, thanks for bringing that up, coach. Talking about depth, and then just quote tweeted it with a picture of Illinois' win over Tennessee in their bowl game last year, and talking about, is the depth in the Big Ten actually less than the SEC? And I think that there's an argument that the Big Ten is a stronger conference top to bottom when you look at it. So who holds all those cards? Those two go back and forth all the time. And I think when you look at things that are happening in Washington right now that we had Greg Sankey talk about, you look at what exactly is best for each conference, those two are going to be the ones that dictate how conversations go.
Yeah, you start looking at the Big Ten and the SEC, and does it matter? Is this the most important year for the SEC when you look at it? Does the SEC need to at least have somebody in the national championship game? Or Big Ten wins a 4th in a row? I mean, all HELL is going to break loose, right? Or has it already broke loose?
I think that it's probably already broken loose a little bit. There's just such a power dynamic and a pull and push between those two conferences. But I do believe that if an SEC team does not win a national championship, that's just going to help the Big Ten flex their muscles even more than they already are. And you talk about leaving the NCAA. There's a Tennessee linebacker, a story we'll talk about later, but just the NCAA and their decision making blows my mind. None of it makes sense. And because of that, I think these two conferences specifically are saying enough is enough. We're tired of dealing with you, and we want to go and we want to put something together that, in their words, helps the good of college football, and you don't get to be a part of that.
Do they have to have a union before they break off? Are they going to break? Because I know everybody's just making it up as they go because they're making so much money. They don't want to stop it. They want to act like they know what's going on when it's like, hey, we're making so much money. Why would we stop any of this? But when it gets real and it's like, all right, SEC and Big Ten are going to break off and do their own, do they have to form a union first? Is that what's the first thing? Do they just say, hey, we're going to break off and then we're going to? Or do we see kind of the tea leaves? Is there a union? Is that what Stanford's doing with some of their guys? Are they trying to make sure that there's a players union?
I think that you better, if you are going to break off and start your own, like the SEC is saying that there's a strong conversations about the future, and that could be a part of the conversation. You better have it figured out. You cannot do what they did with NIL, where you just start this transfer portal, NIL, wild, wild west with no real rules and no real regulation, and then try to put that all back into, like you said, Pandora's box. You have to be able to break away in a manner that's not going to actually implode back into your face.
I agree with you. I was looking, I think everything kind of froze. We Mr. Freeze. I think we are locked up in 2005. Your boy Bielema might be right.
It's so hot outside. The internet's just
yeah,
getting beaten down.
Just crawling.
This SEC versus Big Ten thing, it gives us a lot of stuff to talk about. And you guys are both right. The Big Ten has the edge on the gridiron. But here's the deal. When we talk about this conference versus conference stuff, why did we even start doing football conferences back in the day? Because those teams were geographically close together. They were of similar size. Their universities
Well, I've been saying for years we got to go back more regional. We're messing up by not being more regional.
Why are we listening to anybody that has a conference that spans the entire coast to coast of the United States of America?
4 time zones.
They have zero interest in protecting college athletes. They have zero interest in making sure that the game of college football is protected, this sacred thing we all love. They have zero interest in that. You were 100% spot on, Matt. It's just about money. And that's where the SEC has the edge over the Big Ten. It's not necessarily on the football field, but it's the fact that the SEC hasn't grabbed the likes of Washington or Penn State or other teams that are, completely far out of the SEC footprint. So when I hear all this stuff about the SEC versus Big Ten, the SEC still at least is holding fast to the threads of what made college football great. Regional rivalries. And so now the Big Ten's having to travel all across the country. You hear Musselman just whining like a little baby about it every single basketball season, same as Mick Cronin, those guys out there on the West Coast. It's just dumb that the Big Ten and the SEC have got this whole thing going on, and it gives us a lot to talk about, but it's just so it's very off-putting to me because obviously the Big Ten and the ACC, they are only focused now on making money and protecting themselves. They have zero interest in saving college football or making it better. It's obviously just about those dollars and cents like you were talking about, Matt. It's kind of repulsive.
So that goes back to, I understand, I always go back, and I said this, I think last week or 2 weeks ago after ACC Media Days, when Cal's head coach took the podium, and one of the first things he said was, it's great to be out here representing the ACC, even though I see the Pacific Ocean outside our windows on campus. To your point, right? But the Big Ten will flex its muscles, and their argument is, our depth is better than the SEC. As a conference, we are stronger, period, top to bottom, than the SEC is top to bottom. And that's their argument right now behind their 3 straight national championships. And I'm not saying either side is right. I'm just saying that's their argument at the moment. And and to what Brett Bielema was saying, his whole point was it was just a different time in college football in 2005 than it is right now with the transfer portal and NIL and all the money that's involved. And the Big Ten is very much they're going to claim we're forward thinking. We're over here like looking at what the future could look like. And we think that forward thinking in college football is the best way to do it. where the SEC has got a little bit of a different approach.
I'm all for a bare knuckle match, 3 minutes, Shane Beamer and Brett Bielema. I'm all for
Let's
that.
do it.
I'm all 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't know how much stamina, energy, or how long it'll take, but I'm all for it.
Hey, I do miss some quality Coach B sound bites.
When he's winning, he's a sound clip. When Coach Bielema's winning, he's a sound clip, and
yes, he is.
You know, he kind of has the thing that you can't knock Coach Bielema is he has an identity. He knows who he wants to be. He knows what his team wants to be. He knows what he's trying to do. You can be a Coach Bielema fan or not, but the thing is you have to respect the fact that he knows who he is and he knows what he's trying to do, and for the most part, he's able to do it.
He's also not a whiny little nepo baby on his 4th offensive coordinator in 6 years.
Is Barry Lundy Jr. still there?
Nope.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
At Illinois, yes. Sorry. Not
he is. And he also
about Beamer. Okay, yeah.
And he also
Beamer
has
kind of gets on my. He's a little bit like you're right. He's got a little bit of that in.
That's right. Whining nepo baby.
Nepo.
Like, you know who my dad
is. He is.
Aww.
He is.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong. And the thing with B is you're absolutely right, Matt. He's authentic to himself. He's never not been who he has been since day one. At Arkansas, at Wisconsin, when he did his little stint in the NFL, and now at Illinois. I believe he's on his 9th season at or 6th season at Illinois, but they've had back-to-back 9 wins the last 2 years under Bielema. So he's doing something right up there at Illinois. And like you said, he's got Barry Lundy Jr. as his offensive coordinator, and now he has Justin Stepp on his staff as well.
He was the wide receivers coach here for a little bit, correct?
Okay.
I'm trying to
Yep,
remember.
I'm sorry. Yes,
name.
I'm so sorry. Yes, so Justin Stepp came with Chad Morris from SMU as the wide receiver coach, which I believe, quite honestly, should have been the only coach that Chad Morris should have brought with him. Joe Craddock, and I know Clay is a big Joe Craddock fan. It didn't do it for me. And then he ended up leaving, went to South Carolina with our buddy Shane Beamer, and then he went to Illinois. Maybe he was done with the nepo baby whining in South Carolina.
Definitely was.
And then he
people
left.
Are. That's why he's had 4 offensive coordinators in 6 years. And the newest one, Kendall Briles. Oh, we'll see how that works out.
Before then was that, like, how many Arkansas connections are just we going to continue to have that go over there to the Palmetto State and coach at South Carolina?
I guess Dan Enos would be next. I'm sure he'll research.
Golly, where is he at? We don't need to go down that road, man. Is he? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to look it up in the break. I'm going to go Google that while we take a break here. But remember, you can listen to Halftime in our Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, just download the Hit That Line app, wherever you get your apps on your phone, or go to hitthatline.com, and our app now powered by Taco Bell. You don't want to miss a minute of the conversation with us here on Halftime, as well as the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast and the 479 Equipment Ruskin and Zach podcast as well. And as I always like to remind you, don't forget to rate, review, and share, and make sure to tell your friends about it as well. Halftime rolling on after this.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Man, it's good to be on with you guys again, and congratulations, man. Having been in the media for a few years now, I know to have sustained success like y'all have over 20 years, it's not easy. It's rare that it happens in our world today, man. So obviously it's a testament to the work, Tommy, that you put in, the eye that you have to find the talent around you, obviously, man. And so congratulations to you guys for 20 years and still making it happen.
Don't miss the Morning Rush, weekdays from 9 to 11.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get $80 off DeWalt Atomic 20-volt brushless impact and driver kits, or $50 off select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith. World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. We're so sorry if we caused you any pain. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. But there's no one left at home, and I believe I'm gonna rain. We're so sorry, but we have to.
Find halftime on 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Now, here's Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Are you trying to summon the rains, Matt, with that song?
Well, we had a little Sir Elton John to start the show today, and so we went with little Sir Paul McCartney.
British Invasion.
Yeah, we might do a British
love that.
Invasion again today. I was thinking about a Down Under. Maybe we'll go Thursday Down Under and do all Australian artists tomorrow. Maybe
Ooh.
we'll go with You've Got to Be Knighted by the Queen to be on these airwaves today.
There you go.
It is
I
a
love
Hall of
that.
Fame Wednesday.
It is.
One of my favorite bands, Wild Rivers. They're from Australia.
We'll play them tomorrow.
Do you know them? Okay.
We will shout them out
good.
tomorrow. We got it done. We're doing Australia tomorrow. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I also love when we have old Grant Hall on the line with us, our Lewis Automotive Group hotline, bringing in Grant Hall like we do on Wednesdays. Grant, I dropped off Finn at the golf course. He's trying to get in as many holes today as he can before the rains come. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You mentioned Australia. My peer Maker is from Australia, Perth.
Ooh,
7-footer, one of 4 7-footers on this roster that you and I saw the other day, and 2 6'11" guys. So what's weird about it is that nobody's listed more than 240. I think J.J. Andrews might weigh more than all but one of the bigger guys, the taller guys.
That's right.
J.J. Andrews is the guy that if he doesn't get drafted in the first round after 4 years of basketball, which I think he will, Grant, he could go be Antonio Gates at the next level on Sundays. That's the type of toughness I think he has.
Yeah, he's sturdy. He's listed 225, but he might be a little bit bigger than that. And of course, right now, the average age of these guys is 18.7 years, so it wasn't really safe on the sidelines the other day. And if you're going to watch this backflow sports thing, whatever it's called, that they're going to use, right? Just give them some time. It was uneven, I would say, the other day. But when you schedule all the teams that Calipari has scheduled, you're pretty confident about where this team is going. So, by the way, I walked out with him the other day, and I commended him for what he said about for calling Silverfield the night before his appearance, at the SEC media days, and he said, he's not used to football being this important in July. You think about where he's been. He's been at UMass and at Memphis, and he's been at Kentucky, where no one really lit it up in football, and of course Arkansas hasn't either since he's been here. But he would like to see that. He thinks that Arkansas might beat somebody they're not supposed to in football this year.
Are you ready to
Let's hope so.
Yeah, are you ready to make a prediction? Do you see anything? We're talking. I know we kind of tongue in cheek a little bit, but it's like if we lose that Utah game September 12th, it's on to basketball season September 13th. How important is that Utah game for Coach Silverfield?
Well, it was an unfortunate bit of scheduling, especially the time of it, but I don't know. They might win it. I got them winning 5. What the heck? Let's just roll the dice and say they might surprise a few people.
I like it.
Hey, when what's you talk about the size and everything with the basketball team yesterday or on Monday, seeing them in person, what was your biggest takeaway?
Some of the large ones were thin, I'll tell you though, the kid Moranen, I believe is how you say his name, from Finland, can
Mika?
shoot the 3 ball. Yeah, we were watching those corner threes from where I was sitting, and he probably made more than Richmond did. Richmond hit the side of the backboard a couple of times. But someone asked me, Calipari did about a 23-minute stand-up with everybody afterwards, and one of the questions was about Richmond. He just said his grade wasn't. It was a second-round grade, so that's why he came back here. But he's basically helping coach the team, and he does have that experience. So I don't know what we're getting from these guys. I did notice that. Let's see, one of the guards, I guess it was Jordan Smith, made probably 13 or 14 free throws in a row. And 4 or 5 of them kind of bounced around but went in, so he's got that good shooter's touch. And then when he finally missed one, it really pained him. He was angry about it. So you like to see that.
Yeah, you do. I know that Cal, when I asked him, like, are there any boxes you want to check by the time you get back from the Bahamas? And he said, not really. We're just down there to see how guys kind of play, and the rotations and how they play in a playing setting. But do you have anything that you want to see if you're able to get Flow Sports and watch some of these games in the Bahamas?
Well, I think maybe the most significant thing you said, Alyssa, was that they're looking for 3 or 4 guys to help them beyond the starting lineup, if I understood that correctly. So in other words, we're looking at 8 or 9, probably at least, in a rotation this year. They got 12, so they're going to not be caught up on these nights when they can only play 6 guys or maybe 7, which they've really done that, at Arkansas. So I think he does have a little bit more depth if they stay healthy. Now we saw somebody, I guess it was Bowser, go down and hurt his tailbone that day. Another one, Semedo, has kind of had a back issue. So staying healthy will be part of that too. But
yeah, Isaiah Sealy's got a brace on his knee.
Yeah, a couple of them. He's walking around with 2 crutches the other day. So
that's right.
So yeah, but I mean, I do think they'll have more depth, and especially inside. Which he said last year that was the thing. They knew they needed that, and they would like to have more finishers, probably guys that can fight through contact and get 3-point play. He didn't say it that way, but that's you'd like to have that also.
Looking at baseball, fall ball. And Dave Van Horn able to talk about what this roster looks like now that the MLB signing deadline has passed. What do you think this baseball team looks like now? What are we going to see in the fall?
Well, I think that it was massive to get the kid from Japan. If he's what they hope he can be, and like a reliable starter. Of course, they didn't even see him. I mean, they basically are recruiting without seeing him personally, obviously. But that could be a big add. I think they kept all the younger guys that they lost 2 or 3. That's inevitable. But they probably kept more than a lot of teams did. I saw today they had 41 players, and you only you only need 34. Most teams have 34, I guess. So they should have, again, that depth where we talked about with basketball. I think I wanted to mention one thing before I get off here today, guys. I went to the celebration of life of Jim Lindsay last week at University Baptist Church, and I was struck by, among all the many photos they showed, and Lindy, his son, spoke wonderfully. Houston Nutt spoke well. There were a couple of other speakers, but the thing that stood out to me was they showed this grainy footage of Jim as a special teams captain before the ball game. And after the midfield thing was over and they flipped the coin, he ran full speed over to the sidelines. I mean, how many guys do you see do that
Billy Richmond
today if they run at all? Yeah. And so Lindy said he asked his dad one time. He said, "Dad," he said, "what did you were the wedge buster, right?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why did you do that?" And you weren't. And he said, "If I was captain of the special teams, and I declined to do that, what kind of example would that be setting?" And who knows what that cost him in terms of. I mean, he lived to be 81 years, 8 months, and probably the last 8, 10, 12 years of his life were really hard, because he had those memory issues. But that's what happened back then. And I mean, he was just. I think he was 16 years old when he played his last high school game. And he came up here, and he was immediately in the fight with all these other college guys. And I could talk all day about Jim Lindsay, and y'all could too, but it was nice. There were probably 1,000 people there, and he deserved every one of them.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It's great you got to be able to go over there and see all the people who were there to honor him. What's your summer look like, Grant? You getting any downtime before fall camp starts here in a few days?
I'm not playing golf right now. I'm not going to play in 100-degree weather.
It's hot.
I'm leaving that to others more gung-ho than that. But, they got that Lindsay Cup coming up in about 10 days, I guess. And my son Scott, I think, made the team. So I'm looking forward to going and watching him play in that. Then, next week football starts, for heaven's sake. I know from 20 years as a sports editor, there's no such thing as a day off in sports. And that's fine. That's great. That's the way we like it, right?
That's right. That's right. Gives us something to talk about, like always. Grant, thank you so much for the time. Always appreciate you on a Wednesday. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, stay cool. See y'all.
We're going to try it. Finn is one of those people who will go out there and brace the elements, guys.
He's a winner. It's what winners do.
I guess so. But yeah, it is hot, man. But not today. Not today. It's a little overcast up here. So we'll see how much they play today. But always enjoy Grant joining us here on our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We have got another guest joining us, Dudley Dawson, coming up after the break. We're going to talk more baseball with Dudley, basketball with Dudley, and we're going to bring up LeBron. So I hope he's ready for it. We're going to roll on after this. How would you describe your summer? What's been the best part?
All the W's I've got.
All the W's? What W's?
Like wins. Come on.
This is halftime.
Audi's Q8 TFSI Quattro is a sleek luxury SUV featuring a V6 turbocharged engine. The driving experience of the Audi Q8 Quattro is simply exceptional, and you can win one this month from Saracen Casino Resort and Gossett Audi of Memphis. Play to earn entries for your chance to win one of Germany's quietest riding vehicles, Audi Q8 Quattro from Saracen Casino Resort and Hotel.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs, and their experts install them. That means working with a company that builds and installs a quality product with real pricing. Real simple, really beautiful. And when a trusted name like Pella chooses to partner with The Rich Eisen Show, that says a lot. 0% financing options available. Certain restrictions apply. Find your local Pella Windows and Doors showroom today at Pella.com/Eisen. Make life brighter with Pella Windows and Doors.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game.
ESPN 95.3.
Max Domino. He said, I want to tell you something. I said, what is it? He said, you made me cry. You said goodbye. Ain't that sad? Oh, my dear. My heart, you said we part. Oh, my dear. To the water.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
And time to go back to our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You remember, you can always join the conversation as well. 877-377-6963. Dudley Dawson joining us. Dudley, great to be with you. Always enjoy you here on a Wednesday. How's your week been?
I take 3 more days before I take vacation, and 10 days before I get the daughter married, and it's paid off. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
There we go.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations. What's
How
the
did he
worst?
How did he? Yeah. Well, can I ask that question?
Sure.
How did he ask for your permission or your blessing?
They were there in
did you give him a
Colorado.
hard time?
So he called and he called and he knew that he was my choice before he was her choice. I
That's
think.
cool.
So,
That's cool. Yeah.
You know, loves his sports. He's very good to her. Not that I didn't like the other guys, but this one was the keeper. So I made sure that she didn't mess it up. So.
Did you ask any hard questions?
Not really. He presented a budget, and similar to what I did to Laura back in the day when I asked her to marry me, and the same thing with Petra. He's got a really good job. He comes from a really good family. He's a sports guy, and he respects me whether he should or not. So that's it.
Good for him.
Works well for
As
me.
he should.
So. Yeah,
As he
and
should.
like every other paramour that she had, he brought 12 bottles of beer to the front door as an entry thing. So
Great job for him. See, when Saul asked my dad asked questions like, what do you think happened at the end of Lost? And what would you do if there were 2 outs, runners on first and second, and you're down by 1? I'm like, what? What kind of questions are those?
Very reasonable.
Those are excellent.
Yeah.
Those are excellent.
Down by
stuff.
15,
Yeah.
you go for 2 or kick the extra point. Important.
How much time's on the board? Yeah.
Sure. And the whole funny situation around that, not to make about me, but it was funny because that happened. And then we were in Virginia and we got snowed in at my dad's house. So I'm really glad Dad said yes. Otherwise, we'd been snowed in this house for 3 other days. And he had just said no. So it went well, but it made me laugh. Like, what kind of questions are those? Hey, you I'm sure had a opportunity to hear from Dave Van Horn, and Dave talking about being able to play some teams coming in the fall. What's your takeaway and kind of what did you get out of Dave Van Horn's press conference yesterday, Dudley?
Well, looking forward to fall, and fall is going to start on September 9th. With their workouts and stuff, can go through October 23rd, he said. So they're going to kind of condense it. But looking forward to it. Obviously, going to be a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces around. Some others that have been around. They're going to get opportunities. They've done well in the Cape Cod League, which, by the way, is I've talked Patriot into taking a workcation there next year.
Fantastic.
So to the Cape. So. I think he's excited. I'm excited about next year. As he said, they were good last year. They weren't great. I know they'd like to get back to that. Can this bunch do it? I don't know. It's going to be about the pitching to me. I think they're going to hit enough, but they're going to get a lot of pitching. A lot of throw a lot of guys out as starters in the fall and see how they do. And there's a lot of opportunity there.
Dudley, who do you got out of the SEC this year? The question is it the Big Ten's world and we're all just living in it? They've won 3 in a row. How important is it for the SEC to produce a worthy adversary this year?
Well, I think that it's very important because we didn't have these conversations, before. There's 3 straight wins. I don't know that the Big Ten overall is a better conference from top to bottom, but it certainly has won. And when you win, you get to, you get to brag about it, and they certainly have done that. I think they, deserve the acclaim that they've, received because of, winning at the top. Does this conference have this year a team that could do it? I'm not sure. To be safe, to say that, as growing up in Arkansas, it pains me to say that Texas might be really, really good. They usually find a way to mess it up at some point. Georgia, you always got to be there. I again have thought that Ole Miss is going to play with a chip on his shoulder this year, and obviously Alabama, you can't take out of the mix. But I don't know if there's a national title contender there till maybe we see them get out on the field. When you have 60 new people coming in at every one of these schools, you can say that they're going to be good because of their coach, because of what they've done in the past. But these are whole new teams we see almost every year now. And I was talking this morning to somebody. I think it's when we talk about Arkansas, lost 10 games last year. Ain't many of those guys left around here, including the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of the football team, and Grant brought this up in our segment before you, is there a team on that schedule that if I said Arkansas is going to beat someone that they're not supposed to beat this year, who is that going to beat in your eyes?
Auburn.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a little chip on the shoulder match as well. It's certainly going to get some publicity from us writers and media folks, and the fact that that apparently was going to be the coach here at one point did not work out. I think that it's amazing. I watched so many Thursday night college football games last year, and so many of that conference. Coaches are now in the SEC. Feel like I got a pretty good handle on how they coach and all that. I think all of them are going to do a real good job. And as I've said before with Arkansas could be much better than they were last year, but it might only double their wins.
Real fast before we leave you, we haven't talked about LeBron. How do you feel, Dudley?
I wish him well. I hope he's able to find the happiness that he seeks, going to a super team and all of that. I know that they're going to be the favorites, but I look forward to bringing it to them.
Yes.
Celtics have been around quite a while, and I was trying to remember the last time Philadelphia won and won.
Good for you. Good for you. You also dropped low-key on us last week before you left that your son is Noah Khan's agent. Yes. Nice guy? Cool guy?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah. And we'll see him Sunday at Busch Stadium. It's maybe the only win I get to see at Busch Stadium this year. My Cardinals have fallen off the deal. But yes, Noah's a great guy. He's been really good to Brooks, and they're making money. That's good. That's good. He's off. He's off all of the bills and stuff of ours now. So looking forward to seeing it Sunday night. He's done a great job at going to. He's been at Fenway and Wrigley. He's doing all these baseball things. If somebody is playing baseball stadiums, they love baseball, and so do I.
That's right. My dad lives across the street from the Nats Stadium in DC, and he was there the
Wow.
other day. Yep. So, hey,
Well, tell him to tell Bob Carpenter hi for us.
I will. I mean, you could throw from his roof a baseball onto the field. That's how close it is. But hey, send me a video.
I'm looking
Busch
forward to
Stadium.
I'm looking forward to that invite. So
There you go. There you go. Well, hey, send me a video from Busch Stadium. I want to see what that's like. That's awesome. Have fun.
we'll do it.
All right. Thanks, Dudley. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Wednesday. Man, Dudley living his best life right now. I love it.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm jealous though. I want to go to a Noah Khan concert. It's on my list of concerts to go to. I just haven't been able to make it out there. So one of these days, maybe now I have an in. Maybe. Doubt it. We can hope though, right? We can hope. We can hope. All right, coming up after the break, we have our day in review. Excited to break down what today has brought us in history, also whose birthdays it is, but also, too, Bet Saracen, Arkansas's favorite sports betting app. And for those who like to make a little wager on their favorite sporting event, Bet Saracen is as close as your cell phone, which is probably right next to you. And if you want to follow the odds, favorites, and underdogs, Bet Saracen is where you want to be. So for the most accurate, up-to-date sports wagering info, you need to be on the Bet Saracen app. It is simple. Just go to the App Store, download Bet Saracen, or go to betsaracen.com. More halftime after this.
Alyssa, we got a little time left. You want to do your Eddie O impersonation?
We're going to beat all of them.
This is halftime.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, third free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
At Hardee's, we don't love bragging about the size of our original bag, but we do love bringing you the juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, crispy ham-breaded chicken tender wrap, or a spicy chicken sandwich. All full-size choices, all faves. Plus, get fries and a drink, and all starting at just $5.99. When it comes to value, bigger is better. The original bag starting at just $5.99, only at Hardee's. Price may vary. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid with any other offer, discount, or combo.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive prices. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing, and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Review. Yes, good stuff.
Who is it? Who's the bird?
It's time for Today in Review. All the information you need to know about the moment. Today, right here, right now. Only on Halftime.
So much to learn.
So much to learn. About 5 minutes here till we move on to the second hour here at halftime. Paul McCartney in the first hour. Absolutely fantastic choices by the one and only Matt Jones. Time for our Today in Review. We do it every single day right here on Halftime. We'll start with the historical significant events today because the birthdays, I didn't deem that many people famous enough to be mentioned today in our Today in Review birthdays. But we'll start with the historical significant events today. In 1715, 10 Spanish treasure galleons sink off the Florida coast in a hurricane. Some of that treasure has yet to be recovered 300 years later. In 1899, the first motorcycle race at Manhattan Beach in New York takes place. That's one thing I would never do, is get on the back of a motorcycle or ever try and drive one. I'm not a thrill seeker, and I'm kind of a big scaredy cat. In 1928, test footage is first created at Manhattan Beach of Steamboat Willie, featuring Mickey Mouse. So, first appearance of Mickey Mouse happened today. 1928, Lord of the Rings first published in 1954. In 1966, the first show by the rock trio Cream, Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, at the Twisted Wheel nightclub in Manchester, England. And today in 67, the Doors single Light My Fire hits #1 in the U.S. Born on this day, Martina McBride, American country singer, American actor in Stand By Me, Will Wheaton, and Star Trek The Next Generation. 1993, Dak Prescott, born today as well. Today is National Lasagna Day, National Chicken Wing Day, and National Lipstick Day. That's your Today in Review. Do it every single day right here on Halftime. More Halftime coming your way after this music gets done. A couple more commercial breaks. We'll come back with all the juicy stuff you want to hear. So stick around. Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little right here on ESPN Arkansas. More Halftime after this.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful. Not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
The spring allergy and hay fever seasons are here, and Law's Drugstore has what you need to safely take care of you and your family. Law's Drugstore can fill and refill your prescriptions, and they have all of the over-the-counter allergy remedies to provide comfort. Call 452-6116 and ask about vaccine shot appointment for shingles, pneumonia, COVID, and whooping cough. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind the Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Crane Team is your home for all your automotive needs in the River Valley. With 2 big Crane, Kia, and Hyundai locations in Fort Smith, the Crane Team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane Cash discounts. The Crane Team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Kia Tellurides, Hyundai Palisades, Sorrentos, Tucsons, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly sunny sky, a chance of seeing showers, a few scattered thunderstorms today. A high this afternoon will be right around the low to mid 90s. Chance of seeing some showers and scattered storms tonight. And overnight low will drop down into the low to mid 70s. And then showers with a chance of storms again on Thursday, upper 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 38 days.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
What team's been dominant, and we're not doing it. So watch it, drink it in. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is your home. You hear that? You hear that?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I watch it. I don't listen. I watch.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Grindstone, Tiger Woods focus, blinders on. Don't worry about it. So when they start coming and patting you on your back and telling you how pretty you are after you win 3 or 4 games, don't listen to them because they didn't believe in you to start.
Okay, we're done.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
3-on-2 hog break. Brewer, let's go.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
These kids these days, they don't know.
Colton Little.
Grab your orange slices, get those cramps rubbed out, listen to Coach, tap time.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
I don't ever want to embellish anything. I want to just tell you my thoughts and what I see and how it is.
This is halftime.
The Dolphins got battered.
Perfect.
The Dolphins did get pancake batter all over them, and that's just how it's going to go this year, the year of the pancake. You know what you can do, though? Get on over to Bath Makeover of Arkansas. I know we're going to be there next week, and I know we're looking forward to it.
That'll be fun.
Always love going to Harrison, Arkansas. God's country out there, just so pretty. But check them out. They got showrooms in Little Rock, Harrison, and El Dorado. That's their 60-60-60 sale. That's 60% off installation of a new bathtub or shower, 60-month financing options, also senior and military discounts available, $60 Visa gift card with bathtub or shower purchase, and then a bonus spin, free $50 Walmart gift card with a free in-home estimate. Expert installation as little as 1 day, lifetime product warranty, 5-year workmanship warranty. They are official sponsors of Razorback Athletics. And like I said, 3 showrooms across the state. You don't have to just get on the interweb and peruse. You can go actually and see it, feel it, touch it, talk to somebody. Little Rock, Harrison, and El Dorado. Give them a shout. 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Man, they can't get any worse, can they? They can't get any worse.
I like pancakes.
They can.
They can?
They can match those, what was it, 2008 Lions that went 0-16. They go 0-17. They can actually do statistically worse.
So that's what Arkansas can do statistically worse this year? That's what you're telling me? That's what we're leading with to start this hour? We can go one worse?
They could do one worse. Two worse.
One more pancake batter?
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Hey, I then look at Atlanta, Tua out with a flare-up. Falcons.
It might be precautionary, huh?
Yeah, again, homeboy needs to just go be a TV analyst. Mm-hmm. Someone will pay him some money to not get knocked around anymore. Just stop.
Be a quarterback coach somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
Go coach for wherever you want to coach.
DeBoer.
Anywhere. Yeah, go coach. Who wouldn't want Tua on as your quarterback coach?
I'm telling you, man. I don't know. Just gosh, dang it, Tua. I had such high hopes. I had such high hopes.
Hey, speaking of injuries, do
yeah.
you guys think Kyle Shanahan coaches this year?
Ooh, man, that was
It was
terrible,
his
wasn't
fault.
it?
He came out and said it's all his fault. I don't.
He almost lost an eye.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hope so. But man, you hate that for him.
NFL's just getting going, huh? As the world turns, the bold and the beautiful, whatever you want to say, the NFL started up and it writes itself.
You know, the offseason is like in full swing whenever you just got players getting arrested, players wrecking cars, stuff like
Tony
coaches getting in car
Romo,
wreck.
even. It's
Hey.
like, what? Tony looked pretty normal, though. It's like, what happened? Like, he looked like
Tony looked pretty
He's
normal.
like, what are you, he's doing push-ups and
Like
calisthenics?
He was stretching before he did the field
Like, I
sobriety
just got off the
test.
golf course, guys. Yeah.
And when he was doing that stretching, Matt, that's all I was thinking about yesterday was you talking about you should stretch before anything.
Definitely before
which
that.
Which means the field
Definitely
sobriety test.
be nimble on your feet.
Which,
yeah.
if you've never done a field sobriety test before,
You're
they
nervous
are,
anyways.
They're difficult. They
You're-
are
well,
not
you're nervous.
easy.
Yeah.
I passed mine.
Gosh dang. That's you gotta love it. Then you go over to Cleveland. Deshaun Watson or Shadur Sanders. Or Taylor Green.
Or Dylan Gabriel.
We'll see. Oh man. I cannot wait for football to start. Truly. I cannot. How do you think Charlie feels about it? You wanna ask him? Let's ask him.
He's a Dak Prescott fan.
Oh, it's his birthday, so he can sing happy birthday to Dak Prescott.
Happy birthday, Dak.
Yeah, sing it, Charlie. Come on.
Matt knows I am a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
but look,
okay.
I do respect Dak, and I do think that he's a little bit underappreciated, and I think a lot of it too, Matt. If he wasn't playing for the Cowboys, he would be more appreciated.
You're probably
I said
right. You're right.
That about Roma. I said that about Tony too, by the way. I just think when you look at their numbers, the way they play the game. Look, the Cowboys' problem, you guys already know what I think their problem is. I don't even have to say it. We need to go there? They starts with the J. Last name starts with the J. Anyway, hey, Alyssa, I know you being a dog. We don't even need to say it. 30 years, guys. I was running around in diapers and peeing on myself and on the floor or wherever else. Whatever boys do, I don't know. At that age, that's what was going on. The last time they were relevant, Alyssa, I was like 4 years old. So
I'm so sorry.
It's been a long time. I don't know what you're sorry about. Me running around the house, and my mom, by the way, funny story. She was like, "I'm just done with him. If he wants to run around here naked as a jaybird, I'm done."
That's how I feel about my daughter. I'm done with her, man. She runs around naked all the time.
Yeah, she was over it. She also got to where because I was an only child too, but she got to where she would not take me to Walmart anymore because hide and seek was my thing. I was gone. You can't do that today. But guys, Alyssa, I was going to ask you the thing on Tua though that I do feel bad about because especially with concussions and with the CTE stuff, it's got to be scary. I'm with you. Man, that one that really scared me was the one where he got hurt and he came back and he got knocked out again during the same game. And I thought the Dolphins botched that situation. And he was, by the way, if it wasn't for the injuries, I think Tua would have been okay. But
yeah,
man, I hate that for him. I do. And anybody with the head injuries, you think about somebody like Luke Kuechly, who I think just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He retired at, how old was he? Colton, 29 or something like that.
He was a little bit older, but not. He was still in his prime. Charlie, you're right.
Yeah, it's just because he kept getting concussions. And Matt, when you look at it now, I know you playing the game, and I know you said you've had a few. Would you look at it differently now? Would that scare you more now compared to back then? Because I know there wasn't as much.
We all knew. We all kind of know the risk. Now, I wanted to play as long. Everybody wants to play as long as you can. Now, if something happens and it's detrimental, like Tua, and your body locks up a couple different times, it's like, man, come on.
Yeah.
But I all mine were kind of get back out there and rub some dirt on it. But I definitely, when I got done, I counted it up, and I want to say I had 9, 12. There's about there that I could remember when I got done. But it's gonna you're gonna have one every single. It's a collision sport. Every single year, you're gonna have a concussion.
28, by the way.
Too,
yeah, he was young.
28.
My thing is too, Matt. Though back then, like they were letting people go back in. So you talked about those that you remember. Because you think nowadays you would have been taken out, right? Because I don't remember you sliding very often.
No, there was one against the Colts I had in the first half and ended up playing the second half. Didn't even remember how to drive home when we got done with the game and we flew back to Jacksonville. Had to call my buddy to know how to drive home. And the next day we're watching film and Coach is like, "What are you doing right here? This is not your." I said, "Coach, I don't
know,
remember
Coach.
the single." thing because I had a concussion in the second quarter and I still had I think 2 more catches that game and don't remember. But usually I remember everything about every game. And that game I couldn't tell you anything about the second half.
I think I mean I know we're not big wrestlers fans, but I think it was the Undertaker that had one during the match, and he can't recall the match. I mean, he does not remember anything. He just knows he finished. So that's crazy, man. Yeah, the stuff that you put your body through because you love something, but. I was going to ask you about Mike McDaniels, Alyssa. I know it didn't, and this happens in the NFL, right? I don't blame everything that's happened with the Dolphins on him because I think he did have a good run there. I actually think, Matt, I want to ask you this too. I think he's going to unlock Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert is going to play even better. And you think about that system and that tree that he comes from. You know how much of a fan I am of it, Matt. The Shanahan West Coast tree. And I don't know. I think Mike McDaniels he's gonna do a good job with Herbert, and they're gonna have a great year. I just never have felt like Herbert. I'm not a big fan of Greg Roman. I never have been. I don't know why that is, but and I know you always say people run things similar, but I'm just that West Coast tree, man. The trend of it is, and that offense is taking the league over, and I just think that he's going to unlock Herbert, and Herbert's going to play better. He needs to get over the hump because. With him, it's kind of like everybody else. Go win in the playoffs. Anyways, y'all have a go.
Thanks, Charlie. No, I like Mike McDaniel. Always did. I think that he's going to thrive as an offensive coordinator like he had before. I think there were a little too many things in Miami. And then, really tying yourself to Tua in that entire situation, I think really kind of hurt that tenure a little bit in Miami. But I think he's a great offensive mind. So I wish him well. What is that what Dudley said?
I wish him well.
I wish him well.
McDaniel had the last 2 years that defense was just slowly more and more depleted, and whenever you run an offense like that, it's not going to lend itself towards having any success in the postseason or whenever it matters when you don't have a defense to go out there and back you up as well. Like you, Alyssa, I thought he was a very good offensive mind, but at the same time, it's a completely different thing to call plays and then also lead a team. It's a very difficult thing. We got another caller on the line, too. Y'all want to talk to Brent from Cersei?
Yeah, let's do it. What's up, Brent?
Alyssa.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
I wanted to get your opinion on one thing because this weekend I was watching some YouTube about Florida State, and they let their PA announcer go that does the football games that have been there for 20 years. Is that right?
That's right.
Been there a long time. And, hey, listen, I just wanted to tell you, you and I woke up an angry man the other day when we said Chad Morris lacked a good staff, didn't we?
Yeah.
We woke up an angry man. That's okay.
Yeah.
But, all I can say is, where is any of that staff now, other than Justin's staff?
Well, Dabo Sweeney is hoping that Chad Morris can resurrect Clemson in their offense.
Well, good luck with that. The second act is never as good as the first. We saw that at Arkansas this year in football.
Hey, Bill Belichick's hoping it works for the third time. Third time's a charm, right?
Hey, Bill Belichick's got more problems in North Carolina than Carter does liver pills. I mean, his general manager's suspended with pay. I mean, he's got a young girlfriend. He's got more problems than the law should allow. But that's all I got. That's all I got. When does fall camp start, Alyssa? Do you know the exact date? When
We
do
haven't
they
gotten
practice
we
for the
haven't
first
gotten
time?
an email about it, but usually as
We'll
I
hear
look at the
soon.
calendar, yeah, we usually hear it's probably I guarantee you
What's
and
the
we
date of
might
our
get an
first
email
game?
tomorrow. The first game is on the 5th.
August
September
5th.
5th.
It's somewhere
September 5th.
around 30 days before the first
Yeah.
game. If it's
So-
34 days, somewhere. So, yeah.
They might report Friday. They might start the 3rd. They're not going to start on the 10th. So they're going to start maybe sometime next week. I'm sure we'll get an email here soon. They usually give it out a day or two before with the full calendar on when they have practices.
All right, ready to talk some high school football with you. I'm
Yeah.
sure we will before the.
I'm sure we will too. I have a lot to talk about with that season starting on the 28th as well. A lot going on, a lot of changes in the high school football
That's
world
be
right now.
fantastic.
It'll
All
be
right,
fun.
y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for the call. We appreciate you. Yeah, he brought up FSU. They released let their announcer go. He'd been there since 2010 and they did it on a phone call.
Oh.
Not great, honestly. Really
Well,
disappointing.
At least they did. At least they let him know. You know, ESPN's been firing all their talent. And they just find out through social media. They don't even get a phone call or the common courtesy to do that. So props to Florida State for at least giving them a phone call.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing down there in Tallahassee. My goodness. But they built a new football center, and that's kind of been their thing. And like, look at how fancy this is. I don't care.
They had that 13-0 banner hung up in there.
Win football game. That's like remember a couple years ago when they did like that like state champs ring?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Hey, we were state champs last year.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
Come
Hang the
on.
banner. That's what we should have
Everybody
been
gets
talking about all
everybody gets a ring.
We could have won
You're
that
state
division.
champs. Come on. Man, that was so embarrassing. Gosh dang it. Just can't we have nice things around here? Can we just not embarrass ourselves like that? That would be great. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Thanks for the call, guys. We appreciate you. You can always join the conversation at 877-377-6963. Also text in with us, join the conversation as well. We have so much to talk about coming up as halftime rolls on. Stick around.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
I love Arkansas. I love everything here. Give me that thing here.
Your home for every Razorback football game.
College to midfield, to 40, the 30, college at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Only on ESPN 95.3.
For generations, Hardscrabble Country Club has been the heart of great golf in Fort Smith. For 100 years, it's where families connect, friendships grow, and traditions are passed down. From its historic fairways to the welcoming community, Hardscrabble is more than a club. It's home. Join us as we celebrate a century of memories and create new ones together. Hardscrabble Country Club. Tradition lives here. It's the Monster Burger Eating Contest brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and HitThatLine.com. We're going to be at Hardee's locations Tuesdays and Thursdays. Listen daily and watch our posts for time and place for your chance to qualify. I know you want to see the Raiders take on the Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. Well, come in to Monster Burger in 150 seconds or less at one of the qualifiers, and you're entered for your chance to win the 21st football trip of a lifetime. All of this is brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and HitThatLine.com.
When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs, and their experts install them. That means working with a company that builds and installs a quality product with real pricing. Real simple, really beautiful. And when a trusted name like Pella chooses to partner with The Rich Eisen Show, that says a lot. 0% financing options available. Certain restrictions apply. Find your local Pella Windows and Doors showroom today at Pella.com/Eisen. Make life brighter with Pella Windows and Doors.
The Solid Rock has been locally owned for over 46 years. When was the last time you were there? So much more than a bookstore. They have Christian t-shirts, church supplies, Bible studies, devotionals, home decor, gifts, and of course, a large selection of Bibles. And Bibles are engraved free of charge while you wait. Now, you can get custom laser engraving on select gift items and some Bibles. Located next to Sam's Club on South 74th, The Solid Rock is your source for faith-based books, music, clothing, and more. The Solid Rock, 452-4844.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Are thinking everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-568-2790, 800-568-2790, or biglou.com.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to Halftime. Remember, you can join the conversation 877-377-6963. Talking a little basketball. They're about to get on a plane, fly to the Bahamas, sit in the sun and the ocean and the palm trees swaying back and forth, but also play a little basketball as well. And so those games get started down there. They have 4 games. We'll get to maybe talk about one on Monday, which is exciting. But we got to talk to Cal. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, guys. Got to talk to him on Monday. And when you look at this team, we talked about the size, a lot of size there, a lot of strength there. They've been definitely hitting the weight room, but they're young. And Colton, I want to play this clip, Cal, on the guys just being young, but also something we're seeing right now in basketball and a little bit in football, but mainly in basketball is these guys reclassifying, which is what I want to get into today.
What you'd like to do is have 3 or 4 guys return, have 4 or 5 freshmen, and have maybe a transfer if you need one. That's what it was. But now you end up with 1, we reclass, and you're going to see more and more reclass. You're going to see it more and more. That kids, right now they'll talk about the 27 class. My guess is there are going to be about 6 or 8 28s that'll move into 27.
And, when you look at a roster, and he says that, you have Isaiah Seeley who's returning, but when you look at a starter, you've only got Billy Richmond, which is why he is such a huge piece. But you've also got these guys who are reclassifying, right? So you bring in, when you look at the roster, you brought in Caleb Orgu, and then you brought in Davion Thompson, who he mentioned had only been there 5 days. But what do you think about this reclassification, guys? Just kind of being able to maybe come in a year earlier than originally planned.
If you're ready, I dig it. I think there's something to be said about the 5 for 5 now and getting money and being able to work your craft, making 6 figures. It's a smaller window. It's been going on for a while, and you back in the day you used to see football players would skip their spring semester if they already had enough credits to graduate, and they would go to spring ball for Zach Clark, somebody that did that. Dow Loggins, they called it gray shirting, and so it's been going on for a while, and we actually had a football player do it this year. That's right. He had 0% chance to play, and he's going up there getting the bag, and he's going to learn at that level. And so it's kind of what do you want to do? I'm for playing. I'm for saying, hey, don't rush it. Don't. It's like the whole one and done thing. It's like, there's only so many one and dones. There's 70 kids that go to college every year that think they're one and done. And there's like 18 of them that are going to be one and done when you factor in the European kids and then other kids that have been 2 and done or 3 and whatever. And so don't get ahead of yourself. Let it happen, man. Enjoy everyday life. Enjoy the process. You get into a weird spot where everybody's telling you how pretty you are. Everybody's telling you how good you are. You're the best player I've ever seen, and then you start to believe it, and you forget that, man. Just keep going about it the right way and the proper way. That doesn't mean there's not certain players that can't do it, but there's not really that many. There's not a whole lot of 16 and 17-year-olds that are going to go reclassify and then jump up a year. There's just not a lot that can do it. So it's something that's a very small amount of kids that are going to do it. It's not like you're going to have 150 kids reclassifying. You're going to have like 7. It's not. I don't think it's as big a number as we think of.
Matt, I think you're spot on. Sorry, Alyssa. I think you're spot on, Matt. Like, it has to be a case-by-case basis because you mentioned it. I mean, there are going to be tons of kids that want to make it to the NBA their first year out of college, but there's 20 European players that are also going to be drafted. So you're spot on with that. What we hope is that these kids have good people in their camp, good people in their ear that are telling them, hey, go do this, not just because you're going to make a bag, like you said, you're not going to, but because you're also going to join a college strength and conditioning program. You're going to be in the games, listening to a college coach. And in this case, with Coach Cal, a guy that's a walking, a walking Hall of Famer, essentially. So it's a good thing for kids that are coming here to Arkansas. You get that experience. You get everything that the basketball facilities have to offer here, which are some of the best in the entire country. But for every other kid going other places, you kind of just hope that they have good people in their camp that are giving them good advice, because you don't want these kids to, come in early. They miss their senior year of high school, which everybody looks back fondly on, especially if you're a good high school athlete, because that's typically some of your greatest memories with your friends, the people that you grew up with. So you don't want them to miss that. For kids like Davion Thompson and Arigu, those are the kids that classified to come back here at Arkansas. You're hoping that they had good people in their camp. And it looks like those 2 kids are going to get an opportunity to really, get some run and get a little bit of playing time, hopefully, this year, because as deep as everybody says this team is.
Yeah, but I'm saying it might be deep, but Cal's not going to play 12 guys.
No.
And so that's my question is, I mean, again,
if there wasn't NIL, there wouldn't be that many reclassifying. That's the
exactly.
whole concept.
I mean, that there wouldn't be reclassifying, honestly, at all. I don't think,
Matt. You'd be trusting the process and going about it. But the fact
Exactly.
that you can make 6 figures in some cases, some of these kids, it's 7 figures. So when you Alyssa, if Finn, let's say Finn's a gangster at golf and Stanford calls up, Tiger Woods calls him on the phone after he's 16, he has enough credits to graduate, and they're like, we'll give you $1 million to come play golf. You're like, yes. But if it's 10,000 or if it's 50 grand, it's like, no, stay in school, keep doing your thing. But there's these basketball, that's what I'm saying. There's 7 kids every year that play basketball that can probably reclassify and make $1 million. And that's hard to turn away from. And not only are you getting 7 figures that year, you're going to get it 7 figures the next year and the next year, and that you're going to get 5 years in a row of it if you stay in college. And let's say it doesn't work out to your grander vision of one and done or reclassify, and then I'm going to go 2 and done because you got to be a certain age limit. Even if it doesn't, like Boogie Flan's a prime example. everybody he got here to Arkansas. Everybody like, that's first. And I was like, guys, he's not going to ever play in the NBA. Y'all got to let that go. But people don't understand. You just see it somebody who's good. It's like, but you know what he can do? He can make $20 million playing basketball the next 5 years. What? So who cares if it's in the NBA or if it's in college and you go play in La Liga or you go play in France? It's still a great life.
Yeah. Man, do you remember when everyone was so upset when Boogie Flan left? And then they got Darius Acuff. It's like, gonna be okay, guys. Everything's gonna be fine. And that's
an upgrade.
A slight, minor. That's my thing is you look at these two guys and I understand. I really think it comes down to money. And also maybe you sit here and say get one more year with Coach Cal and his staff and get to develop. And that has its perks as well too because of the money as well from NIL. But these two guys who reclassified who are here, don't sit here and tell me they're going to play over Jordan Smith and JJ Andrews. I'm not saying that that's what anyone is saying, but I'm saying like to get into the rotation, to get into the lineup at all, think about everyone in front of you. That is a hard lineup to crack. I don't want to be have any part of that because that is a tough call to make. I think the only person we know that's going to be playing is Billy Richmond, but he might be the sixth man. Billy Richmond might be coming off the bench as Arkansas sixth man. So it'll be interesting to see what these roles look like and what this basketball team, how much do they actually get into a game in the Bahamas? I'll be curious to see.
I think everybody's going to play a lot. I think there'll be mass substitutions, meaning we're going to try this 5, we're going to bring in another 5, we're going to change it up. It's all about evaluation. You're trying to win, you're competing, obviously, but you're just getting a look at it. How do we compete? What happens if we have a little adversity? Are we going to beat everybody by 25? How are you running up and down the court? Do you take plays off when you're up 17? There's everything. It's really about evaluation, and I think Coach Cal and his staff is one of the best evaluators of talent and evaluators of trusting the process and how you go about it that Arkansas's ever had.
That's right. Now, the good thing is if you want to go watch it, you can watch it on Flow Sports. Sign up. And then cancel it before they charge you in a month. Make sure you get that 7-day free trial under wraps. And then on Stat Broadcast too, so we can follow along. They'll be taking stats as well, so that'll be good. Hey, we got a question from Andy in Mountain Home. Andy said that he'd rather play as a senior. Jesse from Springdale, wants to know our early picks for the NBA Finals next year. Colton, what do you think?
New York Knicks. That's, until stop it.
Got to be the champ,
No, it's fair, man. That's fair. That's fair.
It's a good team right there. A good team. And obviously teams win basketball championships, not just some alien from France who's got a point guard, Matt, that doesn't know how to, dribble the basketball anymore,
trade
right?
him now. Right. I think Denver's going to bounce back. Joker's in a contract year. I look for Denver out of the West. I think Oklahoma City will bounce back. I say that out of the West, I think it's a 3-team race. It's either going to be Oklahoma City, San Antonio, or Denver. Take those 3 teams over the field in the West. The East, you know what? I'm more of a fan of the Miami Heat now than I ever have been. Yeah. If you're the Miami Heat getting Bobby Portis, Bam Adebayo, and Giannis, Tim Hardaway Jr., just give me a couple more shooters. I mean, that's going to be – they're going to be able to – when you get into playoff basketball, you got to get stops. You got to be able – that's what the New York Knicks could do. They got stops. You have to be able to get stops. I think the Heat out of the East are going to be a little scary. I don't trust Joel Embiid. He's missed 488 games in his last 1,000 games. What makes you think all of a sudden he's going to be there? LeBron's in his 49th year as playing in the NBA. There's no way that he's going to – I think it's all for show for the Sixers. This is their best time of the year. Does Boston bounce back? I don't know. Do I believe in Cade Cunningham in Detroit? No, absolutely not. So I think it's the Knicks or the Heat that are going to come out of the East.
Sixers slander is welcome and amplified here on Halftime.
Clip that and send it to Dudley for him. It'll make his day. It'll make his day. Hey, I'm going to go with the Alien in San Antonio. Before you even said that, I was gonna go with San Antonio. I like Wemby. I'm sorry, Colton.
What's not to like? You got to respect his game.
I know.
I got France winning 2028 on U.S. home soil in the Olympics. I've had that since it happened. So
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
The Frenchmen. France is a superpower. They're the best soccer team in the world behind Spain. I picked Spain before the World Cup.
I know. We know.
You did.
We know. There's the flex. There's the flex. There it is. Tacos for everybody. So I'm gonna go San Antonio. I like Miami. I like that. South Beach. Maybe someone down there can do something. Some wins have to come from Miami. It might come from the U, but I hope not. So I'll go with the Heat instead.
Malachi Tony.
That's right. Oh, he's so.
Is he
man,
not
so I pull up.
Sleeper Heisman pick.
So this morning, we'll get to this. I want to get to some football talk here coming up after the break. But Finn and I had a conversation about ACC football this morning, and it just, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, Bobby Bowden is rolling over in his grave right now. What is happening? So we're gonna have to break down my ACC football frustrations at some point in the show, but you got to get some lunch too. Isn't that right, Colton?
You got to get some lunch, and you can have all those great water cooler conversations at an awesome place. It's Flyway Brewing Company right there in Fayetteville. They got a fantastic lunch menu, plenty of space for private dining as well. If you want to have a nice private dinner with you and your spouse, maybe a client you're trying to impress, you can do that over there at Flyway Brewery Company. They got cold and crisp, ready for you when the workday wraps up, a nice ice-cold beer for you. Maybe it's time to watch the game. Yeah, they got tons of big screens in there. You'll have you covered. You won't miss a single minute of the action. Great food, fresh beer, and all the action only at Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville on Zion Road. Make it your next stop. Probably plenty of conversations about college football and how many other former coaches are rolling over in their grave about things and how crazy it's been happening at Flyway Brewery Company, Alyssa.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I'm sure. Hey, you can find me at Flyway Brewing if you want to hear my rant about ACC football, or you can stick around and we'll do it after this.
We're talking about talking.
This is Halftime.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Matt Jones buys some extra time. Looks like he might get sacked, might throw it away. Nope. Throw a touchdown.
This is Halftime.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful. Not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get $80 off DeWalt Atomic 20-volt brushless impact and driver kits, or $50 off select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Sun beating down, burning my feet just walking around. Hot sun making me sweat. Gators getting close, haven't got me yet. Dance, talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. And dance, sing. I'm just standing here selling everything.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to halftime. We were talking about South Beach and potentially winning things down there in Miami. You know, it's not coming from that Dolphins facility. Maybe the Heat can do it. The Marlins aren't going to do anything.
Oh, they started
but,
strong though, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I don't know when was the last time they were relevant?
Josh Beckett.
Okay.
Early 2000s, and they won a couple
Okay.
World Series.
Dontrell Willis.
Dontrell Willis.
That was a long time ago.
Pull.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
But the one thing that will probably be relevant this fall is Miami Hurricane football. You know, just to get on my ACC soapbox for a hot second. So the ACC media poll came out, and you know how that works. Miami picked to win the league, had 165 first place votes. SMU was picked second, 6 votes. That's the gap. That's the gap. That's probably the gap in the entire ACC, to be quite honest with you. I think that maybe Georgia Tech is going to be good. I like what Brent Key is doing over there. They might have some things going for them. They play Tennessee the second week of the season. Florida State picked, anyone want to guess, in the 17 teams?
9th.
Colton, you have a guess? 11th.
Oh, I was going to say
11. This is ACC football, and FSU right now 11th in the ACC. Like, Bobby Bowden is rolling over in his like what? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. What is going on? 11th. This is football. This isn't basketball. This is football. Are you like, what are we doing down there? I get so furious. And then 3 people voted for Florida State to win the ACC. 3. Those people should never be allowed to vote ever again. One person, get this, who finished last? Stanford. Poor Stanford can't get their stuff together over there, okay? One person voted for Stanford to win the ACC. You don't get to vote. You don't get to vote ever again.
I do love how Andrew Luck dresses.
I do, though. That's a sharp dressed man.
Just straight out of an Eddie Bauer catalog. Just straight nerd, pocket protector, glasses on, just tucked in shirt, just Argyle, whatever you want, checkered. I love it. I love it.
The best thing about Andrew Luck kind of resurfacing now after his retirement is we get the Captain Andrew Luck tweets back, which are just some of the greatest literature ever put towards the internet. That's really, really good. But Alyssa, does Norvell make it out of October down there in Tallahassee?
Ooh, okay. So we were talking about this at SEC Media Days with some friends, and I need to look up their schedule, and I will tell you. But the answer is no. But we're gonna look at their schedule.
Doesn't matter
anyways.
what their schedule says.
Yeah, the answer's no. Honestly, I've told you guys. We just need to get to week 3, lose week 3, and just get it over with.
Oh,
Please.
that would be bad. So they're playing UCA week 3, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be bad for Coach to lose to his alma mater. That
I'm
would
sorry,
not
week
be
4,
good.
week 4.
That would not be
Week
good.
3, they're gonna lose. They play at Alabama. They'll lose that game.
Mm.
Or, Gus Malzahn comes out of retirement for one game. They win that game, then they lose the rest. Because Gus Malzahn's clearly the only coach that can beat Alabama. No, October. Does he get through October? New Mexico State is a win. SMU is a loss. Alabama is a loss. You gosh hope that Central Arkansas is a win. Virginia in Tallahassee. Is Chandler Morris still there for year 18 of eligibility? I don't know.
I don't know. He got denied.
Okay, so then
him.
maybe that's at home, so I'm gonna give it a win. Lose to Louisville, you lose to Miami, and if you lose to Miami and you lose to Louisville, Miami, and then Clemson, on Halloween, you're done. You don't make it to November 7th.
It's spooky on Halloween there if that happens.
Yeah, big old.
What do they have to look forward to? We have basketball to look forward to. We have baseball to look forward to. We have track to look forward to. We have women's soccer to look for. You start thinking of all the other Arkansas sports we're good at. I know the season's going to be over September 12th, and then we're going to move on to basketball. What does Florida State have to move on to?
We are a soccer school.
Yeah.
Oh,
Matt,
okay.
We are a soccer school. So here's the deal. As I make sure that I want to give them all of their kudos. They have won 4 national championships since 2014. So 14, 18, 21, and 23. 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've played in, I think, at least 6.
We got to get them on the schedule. We got.
I keep trying to tell Colby that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Iron sharpens iron. Let's get them
I would
on
love.
the schedule.
I would love that. So, we're a soccer school, and we know that. And even Jameis, there's a clip out there that Jameis is like, "We're a football school now."
That's good.
Like Jameis even understands.
You got to put the 2 dots over the U.
That's right. We're a football school. Basketball will be interesting because I like Luke Laux. I just don't know exactly what they've got coming in. And baseball, they've always been pretty good at baseball. Just still, very much like Arkansas have never won a title. I know. But anyways, it's a hard life right now. But you're right. I will start looking. I'll let you know how Florida State soccer goes throughout the year.
Halloween. That's the decider date.
And then
the line
Halloween.
of demarcation for Florida State.
That's right.
And,
that's what I think is going to happen.
Week 2 is for Arkansas football fans. So
there we
got
go.
A lot to look forward to.
We're gonna make those transitions, and then I've told you guys this before. Just go get Jimbo Fisher. That's where I'm at. Just go bring him back.
That'd be awesome.
That
going
actually
around. Will Wade's
right?
coming back.
Why not? Just go get him.
It's the same thing that happens in Hollywood. Nobody can think of an original idea anymore. Just rehash the old ones, man. That's all you got to do.
You got a Super Troopers 3 coming out. I didn't even, you're just like, what? Yeah, why'd they feel the need to make it? You got a new Fifth Element coming out.
Yeah, is that the 6th one now? The 6th Element.
But I think you guys are onto something, but
they
I
call
will
it
have
Final
to say
Destination, and it's like, no, we're gonna have a Final Destination 2. I'm like, you can't
do that.
You can't. It's
oxymoron.
I think we're on Final Destination 6 though now.
Well, Sharknado rules the roost.
Yeah, sure.
And Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
They
only get more Fast and Furious.
It started with Paul Walker doing drag races. Then all of a sudden, you got The Rock in space.
Weren't they stealing DVDs?
Denny.
Like they were stealing DVD equipment when it first
That's
started.
right.
Yeah.
Denny from Tulsa said, "Go ahead and bring FSU to the SEC, so we have a shot at a conference
There we go.
win."
Yeah, we need a cellar dweller.
I think Florida State will be. I think the SEC is going to go to 20 teams eventually, and I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State wasn't. You would think the ACC would want to keep them in there. All kidding aside.
But the ACC is going to crumble. I think.
Yeah, they're going to dissolve.
At some point.
So some of them go to the Big Ten. I think you'll have 20 teams in the Big Ten, 20 teams in the SEC, 2 pods, north, south, east, west, whatever. Then they're going to get it on.
Yeah. If I'm the SEC, I'm taking Florida State, Clemson,
Miami,
and then maybe. Well, but the thing is,
SMU,
could you take North Carolina and Duke, Or do you have to keep, like, could you just take North Carolina?
Basketball and baseball,
You'd have
that
to
would
take
be
both.
amazing, right?
You
could
take
get
North Carolina and Duke? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's embarrassing, though. 11th? Are you freaking kidding me? It's the hogwash. Makes me so mad. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Hey, you also know what makes me mad, because I want to transition over to this too real fast. We talked about the NCAA being ridiculous and only picking really random things to care about, not actual things that matter. So they suspended Tennessee linebacker Aaron Carter for the first 2 games of the season for accepting a $427 flight from an agent after he declared for the NFL draft. They originally suspended him for 3 games. Now they appealed, Tennessee did, and they took that down to 2 games. But according to Josh Heupel, he said that he disengaged from the agent and repaid him for the flight in January. You're gonna suspend him for 2 games over that? $427? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
The NCAA.
Yeah, that's hard.
No, I know they are. That's brutal. Gosh, that's what makes me so mad. That's the hill we want to die on right now. That's the hill we want to die on right now. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. You know what? I'm a little fired up now. So I apologize out there. Maybe I'm hangry. And I know what can satisfy that. I need to go get some lunch. Hey, Taco Bell's Cantina Chicken menu features ingredients like our slow roasted chicken, signature pico de gallo from fresh purple cabbage, crispy white corn chips, and flavorful avocado verde salsa in your favorite Taco Bell form. Satisfy your cravings with the Taco Bell Cantina Chicken menu lineup today. Go head up some Taco Bell for lunch and stick around as halftime rolls on.
You guys know yet? Are those games going to be broadcast somewhere?
Flow Sports, AT.
Flow Sports. Oh, boy.
This is halftime.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Budweiser, the American lager. Time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win! Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.6 billion to fund more than 873,000 scholarships. Keep playing and win winning, Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match along.
We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time, only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Back to school season is here, and great internet is essential for today's students. Wave Rural Connect can help with affordable, reliable fiber internet and strong Wi-Fi for homework, streaming, and multiple devices all at once. Get our connected home plan for just $56.95 a month. If you need more speed for a current plan, call us to upgrade. Wave Rural Connect, fast fiber internet, friendly customer service from a local provider. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here as we wrap up hour number 2 of halftime. Good to be with you. Whew, I'm still coming down from my rant. I'm not going to lie, guys. Just
It's okay.
Thank you. Sometimes I just get a little worked up.
Hey, September 13th this year, whenever everything has been written, what was you say, Matt? The line of demarcation has been crossed. We'll get some rants going too, because it'll be over if they don't win that game. So we'll share your passion then. It's okay.
Well, and also though, I was taught at a young age you can't just beat people up because you're bigger than them. So we're not gonna pick on the. That's what I mean. Once we lose to if we lose to Utah, I'm not going to talk about the football team anymore, because if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'm not going to sit here and talk about them if we can't win a game. There's nothing to talk about.
Don't kick them when they're down.
Let's see if we can't win one first. I'm giving them a chance. We're going to give them a chance. September 12th, we're going to watch the game. We're going to be sitting on the edge of our seat, and we're going to see what happens. I don't care about all the talk leading up to it, all the interviews. Hey, no, let's see. I'm going to watch the games. We'll see what happens. I'll make my opinion on watching them play the game.
I like their chances, Chuck.
We'll see. I'm going to pick them to win 9 games this year.
Ooh, hey, might as well. You know. We'll see how all that kind of unfolds, but I think we've decided September 13th is the magic date.
I think they're going to beat Utah. I do. I think when we come to work on Monday, we're going to be happy. I think we're going to beat Utah.
We're going to be happy. We're going to be talking football some more, and we'll celebrate with some tacos.
And they'll have tied their win total from last year. That's all you can ask for, baby.
That's even. Hey, there's only one way up from here, except for Colton reminded us that you can also go backwards.
It can happen.
There's that. All right. Well, we've got one more hour of halftime here for you. We're going to talk more football, some what's going on with Ole Miss and LSU in the courtroom, all of those things, as well as our halftime hypothetical. Stick around. We'll roll on after this.
Got a pest? Call West. If you have pest or termite problems in your home, call West today and learn how their 50 years combined experience can help solve your problems with competitive pricing and quality services, all designed with your pets and children in mind. Call today and schedule your free estimate. They even offer Saturday services and long life attic pest control. Call 782-7291. West Termite and Pest Control, protecting your home health and peace of mind.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hot link, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Feel the adrenaline, own the road, and turn every head. The Polaris Slingshot is here, and it's waiting for you at Wheeler Power Sports. This is not a car, not a motorcycle. This is raw power, open air, and pure attitude on 3 wheels. Hit the gas, hug the curves, and make every drive an event. Don't just ride, arrive. Get behind the wheel of a Polaris Slingshot today at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly sunny sky, a chance of seeing showers, a few scattered thunderstorms today. A high this afternoon will be right around the low to mid 90s. Chance of seeing some showers and scattered storms tonight. And overnight low will drop down into the low to mid 70s, and then showers with a chance of storms again on Thursday, upper 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 38 days.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
What team's been dominant, and we're not doing it. I watch it, drink it in. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is your home. You hear that? You hear that?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I watch it. I don't listen. I watch.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Grindstone, Tiger Woods focus, blinders on. Don't worry about it. So when they start coming and patting you on your back and telling you how pretty you are after you win 3 or 4 games, don't listen to them because they didn't believe in you to start.
Okay, we're done.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
3-on-2 break. Brewer,
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
These kids these days, they don't know.
Colton Little.
Grab your orange slices, get those cramps rubbed out, listen to Coach. It's halftime.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
I don't ever want to embellish anything. I want to just tell you my thoughts and what I see and how it is.
This is halftime.
The Dolphins got fatter.
Perfect.
Oh, Finster, I love it. Welcome back to halftime. Good to be with you here. We're going to get to our hotline and make sure if you want to call us, you want to weigh in your opinion, 877-377-6963. Nelson on the line. Thanks for holding us, and we appreciate you. How you doing?
Hey, guys. You know how it is with me. I'm just doing good.
Man, Finn was awesome. He was awesome yesterday. I also, well, my grandson's 8 going on 21. And they just say they think all the time. They comprehend what you're talking about, so don't ever think they don't. Those kids are great. And guys, this is my couple of points I want to bring up. Yesterday, you guys were talking about one of the greatest, to me. He might not have been physically the greatest Arkansas Razorback basketball player, but Devo was a Razorback, and he did it his way. And there was a lot of games that we didn't win without Devo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool to see him have that personality and do the things that he did. Fingernail painting. But one thing about Devo, whenever he got on that court, he'd lose a tooth, pick it up, and go right back, play the game, whatever it took. I love Devo. I'm glad he's doing all right in the overseas. He's going with the new team this year. He told that to Wes Moore. And then, Matt, I want to go back to something you was talking about with the first marketing deal you really knew in the NFL. With me, it was the Denver Broncos when they had the EAS stuff everywhere. It's like you see these comic book type players, Terrell and Shannon Sharp, and all you see is EAS everywhere they're at. So that was my first marketing thing there. And guys, I want to get your Matt. I want to see Florida State and Arkansas playing for the national championship this year in soccer.
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
in
be
soccer.
a
I was
great
wondering
way
where
to.
you're going with that, Nelson.
Yeah, that would be a great way to hit that. Just go ahead and have that game this year.
That's right.
Get that game this year. And Matt, one thing I want to ask you, man, I know you went to the matinee. No spoilers, but whenever I went in, I was like 2 hours and 54 minutes. I want to watch this movie, but can it work? I thought it was absolutely
2 thumbs up.
It was
2
great.
thumbs up. Yes, sir.
The Odyssey. Thank you. Go Hawks.
I thought the same thing. I only took one restroom break the entire movie. Thought the same, but it flowed good, and the cast.
Good cast.
The cast is amazing. Yeah, like that's what they do. And speaking of Khalil Mack would be another one of those comic book characters when he was coming out.
What was that movie that came out earlier this year? One Battle After Another. That's an example of a 3-hour movie that's terrible and could have been in just an hour and a half.
That was the worst movie I'd ever seen. I started it 3 different times, and all it was about trying to hook up with some girl the whole time. It's like, what are y'all doing, man? She said no. What let it go. Like, come on, man. It was so bad. It was cringe. I was like, and I like that cast. I like Benicio. I like Leo. I like all. And I watched the first 30, and you're like, this is horrible.
But that movie's probably going to clean up this year at the Oscars, which is just.
It did. I think
How did Rotten Tomatoes
won everything.
How did Rotten Tomatoes give it 94%?
Because Rotten Tomatoes gets paid off
propaganda,
by movie studios.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang it. I didn't even know this movie existed. I just Googled it.
It doesn't.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It really should.
Dang it. Man.
One bad
You're
scene
right.
after
Good
another.
cast.
That's what you called it when we talked about
it.
it. One bad scene after another. It was
brutal. Dang it.
Hate to see that from Leo. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
They'll bounce back.
Is that sarcasm from
They
you?
got Heat 2 coming out.
Okay.
Leo DiCaprio,
and
and Christian Bale are paying Al Pacino and Robert De Niro's characters in Heat 2. So I'm looking forward to that one.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. I still need to go see the Odyssey though. It's on the list. Maybe I'll go this weekend.
Oh, it's going to be 112 degrees. Yes. Go at 2
Yeah.
o'clock when you don't want to do anything. Yeah, go check it out. It's worth it.
That's right. That's a great way to spend 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Go to Starbucks before, get you a latte. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Great.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I have that. What's that app that know when to go? Like if I need to go to the bathroom, I know exactly when is a good time to go in a movie.
Someone texted that
yeah,
to us
it's
the other day.
Yeah, I know it. But yeah, it's genius. So, okay. I still need to go see it. So, My mom wants me to go help her put mulch in her backyard.
We've done
No, I
20
know.
bags a weekend the last 3 weekends.
That's what we have to do,
We've
and I
done
have to do
20
it.
bags a weekend the last 3 weekends.
Oof,
Yes, I know what
oof.
you. Yeah.
I have to help my mom though. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just it's gonna be hot. Maybe I can get her to do it like Friday night.
7:30 in the morning or 7:30 at night. That's right.
That's right. Yeah, later on in the evening or something like that, so that we don't die. I'm not about that life. Not about dying.
No, I like my life. I'm gonna die soon, but not that soon.
No, not too soon. Not too soon. Not too
He's a
soon.
nihilist.
Hey, we know.
Must be exhausting.
I'm just gonna go find a cash machine.
Hey, we've talked about this a little bit, but I want to dive deeper into, and especially get kind of Matt's thoughts on this Ole Miss lawsuit towards these two players that left to go to LSU, and they're suing them for a really breach of contract, right? That these two former players had by transferring. And so basically, long story short, because you can get into all like the legal jargon of it all, but they got to Ole Miss. They signed a revenue sharing agreement in January 3rd for one of these guys, the 6th for the other. They were in the transfer portal by the 20th and the 14th and signed a scholarship with LSU a day later on the 16th and then on the 21st. And then Ole Miss sent a letter to one of them requesting payment with no response. The 30-day deadline came and went for both of these guys. And so now they're suing them for a number that is, according to some sources, up to $1 million total. Basically saying that you signed a revenue sharing contract with us, you got some money, and now you have to buy out of your contract.
I have no problem with them having to give whatever money they got back, but Alyssa, I think they're suing the wrong people. That you should be suing LSU. Like if you can't take it out on the kids because somebody obviously contacted these kids. It's not the kids' fault.
Well,
they tried to sue LSU.
Question about that.
I don't think they can sue the kids. I don't
well, but
think
if
they
you
can sue the kids.
But if you're the kid and you sign this contract, and that's where, like you've always said, Matt, and I think you're spot on with this, you have to have good people in your corner. You have to have smart people in your corner, because if you are going to sign on the dotted line and there is a buyout, the only person who is responsible for the buyout is the people who put their name on that piece of paper. And that's you. And any kind of other like contract that's binding legally.
Do you even want those kids on your team? That would be my whole thing. Like if it's that quick to waiver, if you're that quick to change your mind, I can't trust your word. That's just who are the people around you that you make a commitment to somebody? I think your word matters. I think a handshake matters. I'm old school. I'm analog. I'm not digital. I think if you look somebody in the eye and you give them a handshake and you tell them something, what do we have? You have your character. You have your word. When you say something that should matter, the fact that their word means zero, don't really care about it. If you're going to be that type of dude, don't really care about it.
Well, morality in college football. I mean, what is morality these days other than an old wooden ship? Essentially, it's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it was used in the World War II, I believe, but it doesn't mean anything. And so I get where both of y'all are coming from. I think Ole Miss tried to sue LSU, and LSU's like, no. Your beef's not with us. Your breach of contract issue is not with Louisiana State. It's with Manlian and with Harper. These two guys that are listed in this lawsuit. And
you're right.
Legally, I understand where Ole Miss is coming from. I mean, like you said, Alyssa, they put their name on the dotted line. That is a contract. I have a contract here. We all have contracts. That's how it works. And if you violate that, you are you're responsible. You were supposed to be held for that. Sure. It's an ugly, ugly thing. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to deal with this, follow through with it or pay them back. That's as simple as it has to be. And you want me to feel bad for these players because they're making millions of dollars and they're being asked to pay them back? I'm sorry. If you're asking me to feel sorry for them, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, so according to the timeline, after they were not given the payment when the deadline passed in February, on the 12th of March, Ole Miss contacted LSU requesting payments on both of the players' behalves, and LSU denied payment, saying it is not a party to the contract, which, again, you're not, LSU didn't sign anything, and I think that's where this comes down to, that if you're a college athlete and you want to make money and you want to make these NIL deals and you want revenue sharing, and Ole Miss is going to make you sign a contract, if you sign a contract that is legally binding, you're responsible for what the consequences are to get out of those. And to like Colton saying, I have no empathy for any of these guys because you signed a contract. And I get that you left week and a half later, maybe. You're still responsible because you signed that contract. And so whatever getting out of it looked like, you're responsible for. That is treating these athletes like we treat any other person in the United States who enters into some kind of legally binding contract. Mm-hmm. The end. I mean, we do it with our jobs. You do it with, if you're renting an apartment, that's a legal binding contract. If you're renting a house, that's a legal binding contract. If you are, if you're renting a car, like all of these things we do as a human being on a daily basis because the life that we live, like if something were to happen, we are liable for whatever we said we were liable for. So I don't think that any of these college football players should get a pass on not being responsible for something that they signed on the dotted line.
Amen.
And I knew we'd get this text. And Alyssa, you did some capital J journalism on this today to figure this out. Gavin in Fayetteville chimes in. Didn't Arkansas try this with the little Iamaleava brother? Now, Gavin wrote it as I'm Olivia brother, and it didn't work. But Alyssa, you found out today that this is, it did work, but it wasn't as publicized as this is because they kept it out of court.
Yeah, they did. So I confirmed with Brandon Marcello of CBS Sports that yes, they settled with Madden Iamaleava when he kind of did the same thing. Now, he didn't leave a week later, but he enrolled in classes. He went through spring football last year. And then when his brother Nico transferred to UCLA, he also left Arkansas and transferred to UCLA. And I was looking up some of the verbiage on this too, because it was a 1-year contract with Arkansas Edge for use of his NIL that was valued around $500,000. And the contract included a buyout clause requiring Iamaleava to repay 50% of any remaining value on the contract if he left before the 1-year mark. Well, he left in about 3 months or 4 months into his contract. So they were claiming he roughly was needed to pay $400,000 as a result of the departure. They settled. I don't know what those settlement numbers look like, but that's kind of the breakdown of how that was with what was going on with Arkansas and then with Madden Iamaleava. But you're responsible. You sign these things. You want to be treated like an adult. You want to be a grown-up. You want to make money. You need to be responsible for these grown-up actions that you have. You don't get to just be like, oh, I didn't know. But you don't get to pull the I didn't know card anymore. You need to surround yourself with people who are smart, who are business people, who are financial people, who make sure I'm going to read the contract and we're going to have to talk about what it looks like for you to get out of it before you decide to just up and leave.
It's a double-edged sword, and it's hard because, we're going to have a really good halftime hypothetical, and I think we should move it up to this next segment to kind of talk about this. But
Sure.
It's a double-edged sword because, we have coaches that can freely leave and go wherever they want, whenever they would like to, and there's almost no penalty for that. And now players can do the same. I understand where people are coming from with the fact that, hey, why can't these players do whatever they want? The coaches get to. I understand that argument, and I think that it's, based in a lot of logic, but at the same time, coaches sign a contract too. Players that sign contracts and are given money, it just seems like common sense. And so anybody arguing that Ole Miss isn't in the right here and isn't trying to do what is, legally just, I think they're a little bit off base on that because, look, there have been plenty of donors out there, Rebel fans, that gave money to their collective and that were, responsible for getting those players to come and be Ole Miss Rebels for a little while. The minute their coach leaves, they jump ship. Well, what about the money we paid you? What about all that? I understand where that's coming from, and it makes a lot of sense to me. It's ugly. It's gross. Nobody wants to face the facts that this is what college football looks like right now, but it's just another thing that needs to be shored up very quickly, or we'll continue to see more and more and more of this. The battles we'll be talking about in terms of college football won't be the ones that are played on the gridiron. It'll be the ones where there's a gavel being banged, the ones in the courtroom.
Yeah, I also want to point out, too, that coaches don't get to just leave fair and square. Like LSU and Lane Kiffin, there was some kind of legally breached, by breaching your contract, you're going to have to pay a predetermined lump sum, which is what their agents negotiate. So basically, Lane Kiffin's agent negotiates with Ole Miss. He's leaving. He's going to LSU. And this is based on his contract, his buyout fee, or negotiating a mutual termination or whatever it may be to get out of his contract to go to LSU. So they don't just pack their bags and peace out.
No, but the players don't have representation like Jimmy Sexton, who's the cream of the crop, the best in the game when it comes to being a big-time agent like that.
Well, of course. But at the same time, if you want to be represented, it's your due diligence to be represented by someone that you can trust and not, someone that you just happen to know for a handful of months. Or like we've talked about this before, these agents in college football or just college athletics can charge any kind of fees they want to. Any kind of service charges and all those kind of things. You just have to be smart. And that's all I'm saying is whoever was at the end of the day, and I think this is kind of what you were saying, Matt, the adults in the room need to also take some accountability.
It's tough, when you're usually a lot of these kids that we're talking about, Alyssa, they've been the best thing since they've been 14 years old. They haven't really heard the word no a lot. You just had a coach at Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, that just proved that theory to the 100% tile that you could. He's like, you know what, we're going to cheat and we don't care, and then I'm just going to leave and go to the NFL. I don't care if you give me a 10-year ban, never coming back to college. I mean, that was the worst example set for these kids. You got people like that all over the place. The kids aren't learning the proper way to go about it. And yes, your word should matter. When you give somebody your word, that should matter.
Yep. And you need to be held accountable for it if you decide to break it.
There's consequences for your actions. 100% agree with you.
That leading us up to our halftime hypothetical, Colton?
He's he's doing dual.
Fantastic.
He's got stuff going on.
That's great. No, that's perfect. So we'll table that one for just a hot second here and get our hypothetical ready to go, since that's kind of where we're at the moment anyways in the conversation. So sit back, sit tight. We're going to have our halftime hypothetical right around the corner. Before we do, want to remind you that as you get ready for game day, we are 38 days away from the start of Arkansas football season against North Alabama at Arkansas Razorback Stadium, and you got to make sure that you look good. So get that game day collection ready to go in your closet only at roback.com. They have got everything you need to look your best out there while you cheer on the Razorbacks. All you have to do is go to roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. roback.com, where action meets comfort.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Hey everyone, Josh Earnhardt here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Do you like doing business with local companies? Did you know that AAA Business Systems is one of only a few truly local office technology providers in Northwest Arkansas? Ask your current technology provider where their corporate office is, and let's keep your money in Northwest Arkansas. Buy local, support local. Call us today at 479-442-4185, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing, and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Shot Sherry did not shoot the dead. Shot Sherry, I didn't shoot the dead. All around my home, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilt for the killing of a dead baby. For the love
Your imagination.
I'm asking hypothetical questions here. Come on.
None of this is real. The question is simple, but the arguments never are. One question, unlimited opinions. This is Halftime Hypotheticals. Only on Halftime.
It's
a
hypothetical. Hypotheticals only here on Halftime. Halftime Hypotheticals brought to you by our good friends over there at the Fence Man, serving the River Valley for over 40 years. They have automatic gates, high security fencing, residential, commercial. It doesn't really matter. They do all fences, all types, and they do it really, really well too. So give them a call today if you need any fencing needs. 479-782-3936. You're looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong. Get with the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. It's time for our halftime hypothetical today, and we were just talking about this whole situation going on now in the courtroom with Ole Miss and LSU. It's going to be a cinema whenever Ole Miss and LSU face off against each other this year in college football. Lane Kiffin, Pete Golding had some not so nice but not so mean words to say about each other at SEC Media Days, and now with the exit of Lane Kiffin from Oxford and now down in Baton Rouge, he took a lot of players with him, including a couple that just recently gotten some money from Ole Miss. Now Ole Miss wants to sue. You were talking about this in the last segment here, and we want everybody's opinion on this one as well. So call us, text us here, 877-377-6963. College programs are allowed to sue players who transfer after signing an NIL agreement. But maybe, hypothetically, let's say this. Would you be okay with players being able to sue coaches who leave before their contracts expire? Do you approve that system? Or should every player and coach be free to leave without penalty? If we can let coaches go when they please with a little bit of a buyout, I'm sure there's some good lawyers out there that could argue the players deserve something as well. I mean, they went to that school to play for that coach. If college programs are allowed to sue players who transfer after signing an NIL agreement, should players be allowed to sue coaches who leave before their contracts expire? That's today's halftime hypothetical. We want your opinions as well. 877-377-6963. Alyssa, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I think in this hypothetical, I'm going to say no. Only because then at that point, it's like, well, what if How do you have to play for this coach for a certain amount of time? At this point, it's kind of like the NFL. Like you can't sue the coach for leaving. And if we're going to continue to kind of adapt in college sports, a little bit more of that professional model with these kids making money and coaches are making money. And at that point, leaving happens. You can't be sued by 85 guys on a roster because you decided to leave. And I think that just opens up a really detrimental and negatively impacting door that I don't think you should go down. So no, I don't think that guy should be able to sue their coach for leaving.
Yeah, it's tough. These kids, they're, it's free agency every year. It's something that you've never seen in professional sports. And yes, college is professional sports. You've never seen this. It kind of reminds me back in the 50s, in the 60s, when Notre Dame would offer 200 scholarships because they could, and then they put a limit on scholarships. It was like, well, we better offer him so that he doesn't go to our rival school so we can win. It's the same concept. It's like, well, we better give him a little bit more money so he doesn't go to our rivals so we can. And so it's kind of the same. We've went backwards in time with college football right now, and it's kind of a shame. There's no. It's no NCAA because isn't the amateur in the word NCAA? Am I miss?
A national
amateur
athletics.
It's so there's no amateur, so they're not amateurs at all anymore. Like it's professional sports, and the kids need a union. This whole thing with suing everybody, it's so weird. It really is. Like it's like, get over yourself, man. What's going on? And just like you said, you signed a contract that should mean something. But it's like, nope, I get to do whatever I want whenever I want.
Some text coming in here on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. We'll read yours as well. 873776963. Matt, you've said this plenty of times. It's the best time in the world to be a college athlete.
The best time ever.
Well, B says that, the only winners here are the lawyers, which means to me the second best time, the second best job you could have right now is being a lawyer or an attorney representing one of these college athletes. Clark and Van Buren says, have the new school buy out the NIL. Jose from Fort Smith says, in the real world, you can't take money from a company and then go somewhere else and keep that money. These are adults. I can't call them kids anymore. They should definitely not take the money or have to pay it back if they jump ship. And now the hypothetical was based around whether or not those players could sue the coaches for leaving. And obviously it's a hypothetical, and it would be completely out of left field if we ever saw something like this happen. But in order to play devil's advocate here and give you both sides of the argument, I'm going to say that hypothetically, I would be in favor of this. These coaches make a commitment. I don't understand how these guys can look these players in the eye every single day at 6 a.m. when they come in for their morning workouts and say, I'm going to be here for you. I recruited you. I got you out of this no-name town in Alabama, and I've gotten you all these riches. I put you on the world's biggest stage in college football. You're in the SEC. It's just killing TV viewership numbers. It's great. I brought you here, and I'm going to be here for the next 4 years. Oh, what's that? Michigan State wants me to come coach for them for more money? Sure, I'm gone. I understand that is hard for players to take, hard for players to understand, hard for players to live with. And now they have the freedom to, once their coach leaves, hell, they can follow him. They can go with them. But hypothetically, in this scenario, these coaches are almost immune to the fact that they no longer have to have any loyalty to their school. They no longer have to have any loyalty to the contracts that they sign. And yes, they buy them out, but they're not dealing with any of that. Like Alyssa mentioned earlier, the agents do all of that for them. In my opinion, I think that if a player is allowed to be sued by the former school, the player should be able to sue the coaches too. I don't want to have my college football talk every single weekday here bogged down by talking about litigation and court cases. But at the same time, these coaches, why are they immune to all of this? Just because they call the plays? Because they make more money? I don't understand that either. You can't penalize the players for trying to do the same thing that coaches are doing right now. It doesn't make any sense to me. That logic doesn't really compute. The math doesn't math, as maybe the kids would be saying. And it's all hypothetical, not expecting to see any of this happen, because like you alluded to, Alyssa, if you start to go down the route of continuously suing people, more litigation, more court cases, more lawyers, more attorneys, more stuffy people in suits and ties involved, you're going to find more and more people turning away from the game of football at the collegiate level because it just looks more and more professional. And why would you bother watching a lower tier professional league when the biggest professional league of all, the NFL, does record numbers every single Sunday.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents.
It's messy. The people who win here are the lawyers.
Amen.
That's who wins here. But to what you're saying, Colton, I know we're in a hypothetical, so I feel like I need to like hard pause on the hypothetical. I think what's happening is because now up until X amount of years ago when NIL didn't have in rev sharing and all those things, coaches were the only quote unquote adults in the room. Like these were just kids and players, right? And so like the coaches had contracts, they wanted to get out of their contract. There were ways to do that. Then they would move on. Like I said, all that got taken care of an agent. Now you have kids who are also making money. And so with all due respect, they got to be treated just like these coaches are. If you're going to leave and you're going to buy out of a contract, because they're not going to get revenue sharing or NIL without some kind of written contract saying that this is the money you're going to get. So if that's the case, then if you leave, you no longer are entitled to that money anymore. That's like trying to collect a paycheck from a job that you left. Like that's not how that works. But now to kind of your point, it's like, well, if the coaches get to do it, why can't the players do it? But it's like the coaches have been doing it forever. And now we have athletes who can do it. And now it's just a giant mess.
Well, it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Obviously, I mean, we all know that. When the tables are turned, obviously it becomes even more messy, like you mentioned. To me, I want to protect these players the best that we can. And you're right. I mean, I think it was Josefa. They're not kids anymore. Any person making $1 million a year, I barely consider a kid. That's adult money. More money than I'll ever see in my entire lifetime, probably. Especially for one job. I ain't worth that much. I can't catch passes. I can't run routes. I can't throw a ball 40 yards on a dime. But I can talk, and I get paid very fairly for what I do. But if I go out there and I leave this job and I violate my contract, I'm responsible for all that. Same as these players, same as these coaches.
That's how it was in television. We had a buyout clause. If we signed a contract, I signed a contract for 5 years, and it was like, okay, so, I'm not going to get into details, but I signed a 5-year contract. If I leave before my 5 years was up and I didn't transfer within the company, there was a formula in our contract to figure out what our buyout was. And it was based on like the term of your contract plus how long you had been there. And there was all these kind of formula things to determine a certain number or a certain value. Because what the TV station is saying is we put value into you and this is what we're investing into you. And if you leave early before your contract is over, you owe us this much money to get out of it. I'm an adult. I signed that contract. That's how that worked. If I wanted to leave, even if I wanted to just get out of the business and not work in another television station or what have you, like you have buyouts and contracts as adults, as working humans. Everyone has that. And if you want to be a working person now making money, and by the way, in the state of Arkansas, not having to pay taxes, yeah, you're going to probably need to figure out how you're going to pay that money back if you leave.
Good point here from Stephen Paris, who texted in on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. The letter of intent the players signed was with the school, not with the coach. So no, they should not be able to sue the coach. Good point, Steve. I like that. Gavin in Fayetteville, the only logical answer is what everyone said from the beginning. You have to unionize. You have to be able to make those players employees. Cliff from Ozark, most contracts in corporate America come with non-compete clauses. Do we need this for college athletics? Alyssa, you just mentioned that. In your television contract, there was likely some non-compete language in there that forbid you from going to another media outlet within a certain period of time or without paying your dues in some way or paying your way out of the contract.
Exactly.
It's a fun hypothetical. It's a fun scenario, and it's a fun thing to talk about, and we're getting plenty of texts on this. I mean, Josefa saying it's taking the loyalty away from the game. The coach is on the hook for the buyout. The school should have to cough it up. That's RT in Fayetteville. Plenty of good text coming in because everybody has an opinion on this because we don't want to see these schools, these fans, these players, really anybody get hemorrhaged for money just because of the way that a contract is simply laid out. And it's very interesting that this is what we talk about now in July. I know it's a hypothetical situation. That's what we're doing. But things that are happening in the courtroom are now much more important than what's happening on the football field. And we're 38 days away from the football season. It's gross. But that's the world we live in. And hypothetically, it could only be getting worse.
That's right. Hey, Joel says hypothetical would be could season or box ticket holders form a class action and sue a coach if he leaves after they purchase tickets? That's taking it a whole step in a different direction.
And to kind of break this down just a little bit more, I think I mean, this isn't. I try my best to phrase this and to phrase these hypotheticals in a way that are easy to understand and easy to digest, and without too much room to poke a lot of holes in the argument. But one hole that you could poke in this too is we're talking about two different types of expectations for coaches. You have your legal expectations that you signed the contract for, and then you have the moral expectations that people are assuming good college football coaches do. They're there for their kids. They're players' coaches. They look out for them. They take care of them. They give them the proper resources. So it's different things because when a coach leaves, he voids both of those. So it's very, very interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
Man, you can probably go on and on about it forever. But let's have some fun. Let's take a break, Colton, and we'll have some fun on the other side.
We will take a break, and we will eventually have to go get some tacos from over there at Joe's Grill and Cantina. And while we're having those tacos, we'll enjoy some of those fresh chips that get made from scratch every single day. That delicious salsa, warm, creamy queso, fresh guacamole, and those crispy, warm chips to start your meal, plus fajitas. I know Matt's a big fajita guy. Enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more. That's going to make your experience one that you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service over at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, right across from Harps. Thank you to everybody for chiming in on today's halftime hypothetical here on Halftime. Good stuff. Good stuff, Eliz.
Absolutely. More. We're gonna have some fun. I promise. We're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna do some laughing after the break.
Nobody has their cell phone ringer on. Like nobody. It's always on vibrator buzz. Come on, grow up.
This is Halftime.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as one day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
What could you do with $10,000? Well, now's as good a time as any to find out. It's time for our very first Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Rath Auto Resources. Just visit us at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith and enter to win $10,000. While you're here, check out any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by comprehensive warranty. It's the Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49,
The Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work and the laid-back European-style office to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit inatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
You got so much love, little Jeannie, and you take it well and give it to the light.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here. Going to have some fun before we wrap things up here on Halftime. An article came out a few days ago about athlete superstitions and some of the weirder ones, including, Michael Jordan and his shorts.
North Carolina practice shorts.
That's right. You also have, as I look at my list, Jason Giambi's Magic Golden Thong.
Yep.
I don't think we need to ask any more questions about that one. Patrick Mahomes and his red underwear. On this kind of same line there. Sidney Crosby's jockstrap. Connor McDavid's socks. A lot of socks. Serena Williams. We also have Jason Terry's pajama shorts, Les Miles eating grass. That was a whole thing. Yeah, that was weird. But hey, people eat grass, that do those grass shots, those wheat shots. Yeah, no, okay.
You say people, and there's some people I know that do that.
Yeah, there are. Got to get those nutrients.
Well, your sushi has a seaweed wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we eat lettuce all the time.
Not unless you go to Taco
No,
Smell.
yeah.
I mean,
different place.
Well, we used to eat lettuce all the time. There you go. Maybe that's a little better. We used to eat lettuce all the time.
Chlorophyll.
So, I had I'm sure we all played something at some point. My superstition. Let us know what yours is. By the way, text it in if you had one. I always had to have an orange Gatorade and Twizzlers before a game.
Watermelon bubble gum, the Bubblicious in high school basketball.
Delicious.
Watermelon bubble gum. That was the thing. Yep.
Twizzlers, licorice, like the
red ones, like a Twizzler. I needed a thing of Twizzlers and an orange Gatorade.
I didn't have any superstitions because nothing would have mattered to make me play any better than I did. I think for a couple of games my senior year, I wore like the in baseball, I wore the Old Navy American flag like T-shirt under my jersey. I thought the patriotic pride would maybe make me perform a little bit better. I think in those two games, I went a combined 0 for 8 and had a couple errors in the field. So I quickly just nixed that superstition. But these are real. I mean, it's like the look good, play good thing. Like if you feel comfortable, if you feel, good, if you feel lucky, you'll play a whole lot better. It gives you that mental edge from time to time. The psyche, that's right.
Byron Leftwich had his yellow shirt from high school that he wore in college underneath his pads. I had a shirt that was my 7th grade AAU shooter shirt, and it was real light that I wore underneath my pads all from junior high and high school. We're creatures of habit. No matter what you say, athletes are creatures of habit, and they're all a little stitious.
A little stitious.
Because it doesn't matter. Like Colton said, really, it's about look good, play good if you feel good in your mind. But the thing that the fact that you think it matters, okay, but it doesn't matter.
So
I will say, as a fan, as a fan watching like the Razorbacks, me and my buddies in college, we were more superstitious than I think we were in our playing careers. Like I have a specific hat, an old-fashioned Razorback logo hat that I don't wear it, Matt.
Oh.
Whenever we need a win, that hat goes in the sink. No water in it, just
In the
whatever
sink?
sink I can find. Whatever sink I can
Wow.
find. Look, I have been legitimately crippled before with superstition. When Arkansas
Okay.
was playing Texas Tech to make it to the Sweet 16 during that first year under Musselman, where they had the big tournament run playing Mac McClung, I think, in that Texas Tech team.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching that game, and we were watching it in Branson during spring break. We took a trip up there, some of my buddies and me and our girlfriends. We were having a good time. We were watching some of those games, and the Razorbacks were down a little bit, kind of mounted a comeback. While that was happening, I was in the bathroom doing what you typically do in the bathroom, and they started to come back, and I thought to myself, well, if I'm in here and they're coming back, I can't leave. So I watched the rest of the game in the bathroom. I've done plenty of stuff like that before, and it's definitely lessened my viewing experience in some places. You know, only watching the game with my left eye a couple of times in football season. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the hat in the sink, I think, has like a 4-2 overall Razorback record. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's
Utah,
pretty
I
good.
know what's going on in the Utah game.
Hey,
Yeah, you better put
hat's
that hat in
gonna
the
go in the sink
sink.
before that. I mean, at 6 o'clock that morning, that hat's going in the sink. I will say, one of those games was the upset at Auburn at home, where Nelson, who called earlier, and Devo had that dunk. Hat was in the sink for that game. So some big moments. I'd like to think that maybe I had a small part in.
Devo Davis, Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame when it's all said and done.
I hope so, man.
I
shot
think
against,
so, man.
I think
the shot
so.
against Oral
I'm
Roberts.
voting for him if I get a vote.
The shot against Oral Roberts fed families, and I mean, I don't mean to take that phrase lightly, but it reignited this passion, this flame that Razorback fans have for their basketball program, and that shot against Oral Roberts
Took
Devo
over the
made.
second half of that
He did.
Kansas game.
He did.
And then
that first year, and now we were getting thrashed by Baylor in the Elite Eight game to make it to the Final Four after that one. And Devo single-handedly in the last 5 minutes of that game made it a lot closer than the actual game was with the way he was able to take it to the rack.
Yeah, I'd vote.
I'm
I'd
not
vote for him
but
too.
I'm not superstitious in any way.
No, you're not. Just a hat in the sink. I love that though.
Well,
I don't know if
tried it
I've
in
ever heard
different places.
anything.
I've tried it in different places. I tried it on top of the toilet. I tried it in the shower. Those were
Mhm.
losing records. In the
There we
sink,
go.
it's got a 4-2 record.
Okay.
I like that.
Well, Jeff from Cameron says, "Great big league chew before all games."
Right?
Um,
that's
last
only
year-
great.
color of
last
the,
year
of
There
the
you go.
big
Well, we
league
know
too. That's it,
Tiger
yeah.
Woods always wear red on Sundays. That's definitely a thing. And Josefa from Fort Smith also says that his superstition: never wore a shirt underneath the shoulder pads in football, and
icky,
always
dude.
wear the same socks in baseball.
Nice.
Did you
nice.
wash the socks? Is really, I think, the biggest question there. And I think we had one more. Let me see if I can find another one. Maybe not, but
Always-
yeah.
I always put my left sock and shoe on first because I don't do anything right.
Wait, you put your left sock on, then your left
that
shoe?
just
No,
Or you
left
put-
sock,
okay,
then
okay.
right sock, but left shoe, then right
Okay.
shoe. But it's because I always go left because I don't do anything right
I thought you were saying
Is that what you just do in general
every single day.
every day?
That's how I live. That's how I live my life.
I thought you were saying you put your left shoe on or
Well,
left sock
and
on
then
and
I
your
live
left
my life
shoe.
like
He's
Vin
like the
Diesel, a
song.
quarter
He
mile at a
puts his
time.
left
You know,
shoe
like
on.
let's don't get
'Cause
too
I'm
far
never-
ahead of ourselves. You know.
Because I'm never right. Did you come up with that?
Oh, Alyssa, has
yes, say
anybody
yes.
ever really come up with anything?
I've never-
You know, we're all just kind of going through it.
Oh man. Amen to that. Amen to that. We are just all going through it, and that's okay. We get to be here tomorrow, and that's all that matters.
Pretty fun.
Coming up after this, we've got our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice, our final thoughts of the day before we get out of here on this Wednesday. And hey, as we're talking about it, football season 38 days away. Get ready for game day in the brand new Razorback mobile app on iPhone and Android. Download game tickets, follow your favorite teams, access exclusive content all in one place. Download for free in the App Store today. And make sure to get ready for football season right around the corner. Wrapping up halftime after this.
My goodness, are you guys all around the world? I heard
Yes, we
every
are.
station in Arkansas. Congratulations.
That's right. Thank you.
This is halftime.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, Agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Brad Howe in Van Buren or call Ryan Hughes in Fort Smith.
Zero down and sales tax paid only at Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. The Orr Pre-Owned Clearance event lasts until July 31st, so don't miss your chance to save big. With hundreds of pre-owned vehicles to choose from, Orr has exactly what you are looking for. But it's time for them to go and time for you to take advantage of the Orr Pre-Owned Clearance event now through July 31st. Zero down and sales tax paid. What are you waiting for? The Orr Clearance event only lasts until July 31st. Score more with Orr today.
You always get more at Orr.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with the tap every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few, and have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into halftime. Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here to halftime as we wrap it up on this Wednesday. Had a lot of fun on the show today, guys. A lot to talk about. Got even a little riled up. Had to kind of calm myself back down. But my big takeaway as we open up our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice segment. You know, I really want to see this basketball team have success, because I think we're going to need it in the fall. It's my big takeaway from the day.
My big takeaway is Dudley wishes LeBron James well.
Yeah, wishes him well.
I wish him well.
And his son apparently manages Noah Khan, which he dropped that nugget on us last week and then just tried to slyly not talk about it.
Not supposedly,
Yeah,
he does.
He actually legitimately does. Final slice for me today, Alyssa. The NCAA is absolutely stupid for the whole thing they're doing with Tennessee linebacker, and they're just a joke, a total joke. It's ridiculous.
It's a mess. It's a mess. That is today's final slice, brought to you by our friends at Gusano's Pizza. Go check them out. They've got the freshest ingredients over there. Their July pizza right now, the cheeseburger pizza. So try that one out. Whether you're dining in, ordering to go, or planning your next watch party, Gusano's has everything you need. Just visit Gusano'sPizza.com. Had a lot of fun today on the show. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Ruskin and Zach coming up after this, and we'll see you right here tomorrow.
Happy 250th birthday, America. For 76 years, Crabtree RV Center has been proud to serve the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. We're thankful for the freedoms that make it possible to serve our neighbors every